Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Speak On It podcast. I am your host, Big Mike. I am here. It has been a long week in sports, but a funny week nonetheless. We live for these weeks. It's like Christmas here for me. It happens every year. You can count on three things you can count on: death, taxes, and the Cowboys losing. But before we get into that, you know I'm not alone. I got to bring the crew in. I got the Mad Producer Podcast Poppy here.
Shout out to Anthony for keeping the tradition alive in the chat of every time he starts to root for a team, their demise follows.
Quickly.
Quickly.
We will actually bring him in. We've got our returning champion, Anthony Enoch, is in the building.
I need new Super Bowl predictions. But yes, I am back. It was a
Don't
terrible
start
week.
rooting for any of the teams I root for.
Shut up.
And of course, I got my man Breezy in here tonight.
Anthony, just don't mention my Knicks, please, man. I mean, if you want to talk now, and
the Knicks don't need my damn karma. They don't. All right.
I mean, if you talk now, you'd be able to help towards what's gonna happen.
We already said the Knicks were going to be the fourth seed, so
yeah,
that's gonna.
That's not looking too good right now.
I hope so, but yeah, no. But hashtag 42 though. That's a thing. That is a thing.
We'll see.
But,
it doesn't got the same ring to it as 40 wins, but
what's the Kings record?
Isn't that bare minimum though? Like you got to realize that that's bare minimum. You're not understanding that.
I don't understand how it's bare minimum. Just ask the question: what do you think the Knicks are going to do? What are your expectations? I said 42.
That's kind of low.
Kings are at 27, Anthony.
27. Okay.
13 away.
Still hope. But I think 42 for the Knicks is low. I'd say at least 46, 47. That's more reasonable.
And here,
actually, you know what? No, Dylan, that's fine. That's great. Yes, 47, Anthony. So when you're wrong and they fall on 42, that's fine.
And Mike, what happens if Anthony making this prediction makes it so it's like 36?
Then me and Anthony have to square it.
You guys got a squabble?
Yeah, we got to square it.
You need to squabble with the Knicks organization, not me.
No, it's you, Anthony. You are
absolutely you.
What is the outlier here? Like, what is the one true factor in all these teams losing? Anthony roots for them.
Well, it's the NFL.
The NFL,
Anthony,
the
you
NBA.
did the same thing with the Knicks last year.
You cursed the Knicks last year. You cursed Milwaukee in the playoffs.
I cursed the Knicks last year. The Knicks cursed themselves last year.
The Knicks and the Warriors are in a collision course for the NBA Finals.
Yeah, the moment you said that.
The Knicks have been cursing ourselves. We've been cursing ourselves since 1973. I don't want to hear nothing about
that. Had a winning season the year before that.
Don't care. All right, we haven't won anything since 73. That's all that matters.
Hey, he threw a prediction out there, and they had a terrible season from having a winning season before that.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
They won one game, and he was out here just like, we're doing it. We're doing it. This is it, guys.
Currently, you're not allowed to be optimistic on this pod, just for the audience watching. You're not allowed to be optimistic.
You're allowed to be optimistic. You're not allowed to be a fool.
You're absolutely not allowed.
It is all doom and gloom on this pod.
No, you're allowed to be optimistic. You're not allowed to be a fucking fool.
You can't be too pessimistic either. Can't be the opposite either.
Again, you could be either one. Just don't be a fucking fool. Because it's going to bite you on the ass.
Dylan, you argue with me because I'm too optimistic. You argue with Raj because he's too negative.
You're silly. I argue at two different ends of the spectrum. I have the completely.
Reality has to exist at some.
I argue with the unaware in you, and I argue hindsight with Roz. Captain Hindsight himself.
And we will. Do you have your picture? We mentioned Roz. We got to throw his picture.
Oh, I don't. Did I download it? I don't think I
you
loaded
saved it. Oh, you did not save it.
I don't think I did.
You did not. I'm looking right now.
Pre-production.
No,
guys.
I didn't.
I thought it was
I had the Twitter post last week,
Uh,
and I just screen shared it because I was so happy to be screen sharing, and it working.
and we're gonna do that actually because we're gonna get right into these NFL playoffs. Let's start out. Let's keep it going. Let's start off with Anthony's Super Bowl pick, the New York Giants. Let's talk about how they did. Because
let's not talk about how they did.
Anthony picked the Giants to go to the Super Bowl. I don't know if you guys know that. And they went up against the number 1 seed in the NFC.
That was clearly
my MVP. My MVP and Jalen Hurts. And what was that noise you made, James?
What?
That's pretty accurate. As the Eagles won 38-7. Just
ass waxing.
That game was over in the first quarter.
The Giants immediately came out and just were bad.
Flat.
It's almost like when you play nothing but bad football teams all year and you lose to the good ones.
Well,
it's bound to show its ugly head. And look at that. I'm using hindsight here.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm using hindsight because now, actually, no, I'm not using hindsight because I've been saying this shit all fucking year. The second the fucking Giants start playing good teams, they lose.
I wouldn't go that far. I agree mostly with what you're saying, but you got to give Minnesota a little bit of credit.
I don't have to give Minnesota any credit.
I mean, yes, they have their flaws, Dylan, but winning at Minnesota is still a good victory for New York.
It's not because they beat a team who has been in 11 one-score games.
But they still won all of them.
The Vikings were this close to having 4 wins, Anthony.
But they still won all of them. You still have to give a team credit for being able to win.
I don't, because they also didn't beat anybody. And when they played the teams that were
at
good,
Buffalo, Dylan,
they got waxed.
The Buffalo game, come on.
That game was given to them because dumb fuck Josh Allen fumbled on his own 1-yard line trying to do a QB sneak. Come on now. Let's not ignore context.
Don't get me wrong.
Buffalo was a good win, but every single other good team they played fucking ass waxed. Cheeks clapped.
Who else did they beat?
They beat the Packers. They split with the Lions.
Yeah, they beat the Lions. That was a good victory.
They beat up on the Bears. The problem is they beat the Lions at the beginning of the year before the Lions started winning football games.
I was waiting for that. I'm not going to give you the Lions win. It doesn't matter. You beat them in the beginning.
Because Lions teams in the beginning were bad.
Hold on, wait. In the very, very beginning of the year, the Lions were good. And then, no. And then hold on. The first few games, the Lions actually played really well.
Their offense was good. Their defense was horrible. The ending part of this season, the Lions were clicking on both parts of the field. That's what I'm saying. If they would have beaten that Lions team the last time they played, I would be like, okay, that's a good win. But they got waxed. They got waxed.
No, but I do agree that the Giants aren't as good as people say they are at the end of the day. Their competition was very mediocre at the end of the day.
But yet they were your Super Bowl pick.
You were saying they were going to the Super Bowl, though.
Listen, I had that Eli Manning fever, all right? I was watching NFL tapes of the Giants back in 2011, back in 2007.
Daniel Jones had you fooled?
Just like I said, going into the Tampa Bay game, this is not 2013. That is not the Tom Brady you know. These are not the Giants you think. It is not gonna happen.
Daniel Jones had Anthony thinking that Daniel Jones was a great quarterback.
Eli Manning.
Well, here's the thing. I made this prediction before the playoffs started. They went into Minnesota and beat them. So,
I couldn't tell you nothing.
Daniel Jones played a very good game too.
Against
he did.
one of the worst passing defenses in football. And what happened when he went to play a good defense?
Second best defense in football.
Mike, he's been doing it all year.
But hold on, Dylan. Can you make the same assessment for Philly?
Yes, but here's the thing. Philly's actually a good football team. Philly is actually a good football team. I've been praising Philly's talent on both sides of the ball all year long.
But based off of what game?
To shit on Jalen Hurts. But yes.
I don't shit on Jalen Hurts.
No, but based off of what games? What games this year have shown you, oh, Philly's a really good team? What competitive games?
Let's go ahead and fucking pull it up.
Yes, please, let's pull it up.
When they dog walked Minnesota, when they beat the bricks off of Dallas.
The same Minnesota team
I'm not Dylan. I'm giving them credit.
Why do we think that Minnesota wins a good win? It's not.
I'm giving them credit for the Minnesota.
You can go ahead and do that. I am not.
Everybody stinks.
Didn't the whole NFC besides the 49ers?
The whole NFC.
The whole NFC, I don't trust. I don't trust. I've made it very clear I don't trust the whole NFC.
Yet here we are in the NFC Championship, and the number 1 and number 2 ranked defenses in football are in the NFC.
And I still don't trust either one of them.
Don't trust.
The problem is I like Philly because of their talent. They haven't played nobody. Their schedule's trash. They haven't played nobody. The only team they played was the Cowboys, and both times they played, neither one of them had their starting quarterback. So that's why I said last week when we got into this argument, I said, I don't know how to evaluate the Cowboys or the Eagles because each time they played a tough team, neither one of them had their starting quarterback.
The Eagles are the 49ers is literally the Eagles' first real test of the whole year.
No, the Cowboys. This time against, when they played the Cowboys the first time, that defense is good regardless. They played well against a really good defense, but this Niners defense is
good.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
So let's see how the weakness of the Niners defense is the strength of their the Philly passing game is their wide receivers. The weakest part of the Niners is their secondary, but when you have a front and linebackers as good as San Francisco, you can make up for all of them.
Yeah, you can make up.
Especially their ability to stop the run. If you could get Philly to stop running the football, and you have to have Jalen Hurts win the game with his arm, we're going to learn two things. We're going to learn whether Jalen Hurts is truly elite quarterback, or if he's what people thought he was going into the year.
Mm-hmm.
And if he folds under the pressure of San Francisco, then I'm going to be very much so on my, hey, let's calm it down on the Jalen Hurts really good quarterback talk, because a really good quarterback would have got out of that. So we'll see.
That's very true.
We will see, because it very much so, contrary to what Michael and Roz say about the level of competition that you play throughout the year, the only way you actually get to gauge how good you actually are is when you play good football teams. That's how you can gauge how good you actually are. Beating up on the Commanders doesn't mean shit. Beating up on the Colts doesn't mean shit. Beating up the Cowboys, beating a losing team in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the first round doesn't mean shit.
Unless you're a Cowboys fan.
Unless you're a Cowboys fan, then that was your Super Bowl. But it is what it is. These are the things that you run into where you don't play high quality opponents, and then you play a high quality opponent, and then you're like, oh shit, I fucking stink. We're not as good as we thought we were. Fire Brian Dable. Giants Reddit was doing. I don't understand that at all.
That shit had me dying. They really called for this man's head.
No, Twitter.
He had y'all believing Daniel Jones was an elite quarterback. Daniel Jones reverted right back to the Daniel Jones we've known for the last 3 years.
You know what? But I still think he deserves a contract. contention. I still think he proved himself.
Again, 2 years. You give him 2 years because
Two with a year 3 option.
You're not going to be playing the AFC South next year. You know who you're playing?
Or the NFC North.
They're playing the AFC East.
Oh, yeah. With those vaunted Jets that have more talent than everyone in the league.
Again, Michael, hold me accountable for things that I have said. You know, only just the 4th-ranked defense in football. My bad. Between the Bills, Patriots, and Dolphins, that's not a cakewalk. That's not a cakewalk. But don't let Mike tell you otherwise, because he's going to tell you the AFC South is fucking good.
The AFC East is fine. The Jets are just not who you think they are. It's all I've ever
All
said.
I said was the AFC East is not a cakewalk. The AFC, and Michael, I would like you to elaborate, because we could go through this again.
The Jets are not who you think they are, because
who do I think the Jets are?
Doesn't math.
Who do I think the Jets are?
You have continuously said over and over and again on this show that if the Jets had an average quarterback, they would be a playoff team. And then when we break down the rosters, you say the Jets have a great defense. They have a good wide receiver room. They have a good running back. They have a good line. They have all this good stuff. Yet, none of it shows when they get on the field.
Which proves why? My point. Where's the average quarterback? Where is the average quarterback? You proved my point just now.
No, because all year we've seen teams with bad quarterbacks win because their other talent.
Go tell me what bad quarterbacks played really, really well, and then we could go through and discuss why they played well. Go ahead, tell me.
Name one.
Brock Purdy. Oh, he has an experienced offensive play caller with the best offensive line in football and a great offensive situation where you have Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and, I don't know, the best tight end in football, or 1A, 1B tight ends in football, and George fucking Kittle.
So the Jets don't have any of that then, do they?
No, the Jets have a second-year offensive play caller who has never called plays before in his life.
Mm-hmm.
So again,
what about the Jets offensive line? What about the Jets offensive line?
My Jets offensive line that had 6 different offensive tackles on IR at one point this year?
So the Jets offensive line's not that good then?
No, they're just hurt. What
are
we doing
good
here?
Or are they not good, Dylan? You qualify.
Hey, Mike, when the Jets offensive line is healthy, it is a good offensive line. But the problem is, I lost Mekhi Becton in preseason. I lost George Fant week 2. I signed Dwayne Brown. He didn't play till week 4. Elijah Vera Tucker tears his tricep week 5. Gone.
So what's left?
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Is that what's left, Anthony? Am I missing it? Is that what's left? A not good offensive line? That's what I'm saying.
So, Mike, when an offensive line is good, when an offensive line is good and then they get hurt, they're automatically not good?
Are they good or not, Dylan? You're giving me all these excuses. This one's hurt, that one's hurt. So
are we talking about the starting offensive line? Are we talking about the starting offensive
line that they were putting on the field good or not?
Michael, let's make this very, very clear.
When you are playing that they put on the field good or not?
Which week?
12 and 18. When they fell apart.
So this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to nitpick 4th and 5th string offensive linemen versus the actual starters. Is that what we're doing?
Offensive line they put on the field good or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to know why? It's yes, because the starting offensive line that was there at the beginning of the year was very good, but then they got hurt. Go find me a team who has backups and their backups and their backups be good.
That's fine, Dylan. Then they're not good.
But again, the starters.
The Jets are not as good as you think.
Mike, your point is based on reserves playing. Your whole point is based off of depth, right? You're not looking. No.
Any Dylan, that is the point.
When you are down to your 5th and 6th tackles,
not slick.
When you are down to your 5th and 6th offensive tackles, please go find me a team that can go 6 deep. You can't because you only keep 3. You only keep 3. That's the problem with your point. The fact that you have to go deeper than what the roster holds to go and get it because they are hurt.
So why?
So what are we talking about? So your whole point of no. Your whole point. Your whole point of this argument is to complain about how the Jets' reserve units aren't good. That's what your argument is. That's literally what your argument is. The reserves aren't good.
But for some reason, you will not admit that.
I'm telling you right now they stink. But the problem is what the unit that we started at the beginning of the year was good. So yes, you have 2 sides of a fucking straight line here. You have the good and you have the bad. When you first start off and there's no injuries, you have good, right? It's good. And then 6 tackles, 3 guards later.
So at what point do you want to say that the injuries started affecting this team?
Week 6.
What good team did the Jets beat up until then?
Green Bay Packers at that point.
The Green Bay Packers wasn't good? Did you
at that point,
we can't do that?
At that point, the Packers were still good. Remember? Remember when I said that? Rhoda, remember when all y'all said the Packers were going to pack us up?
Yep.
Do you remember? That Packers team that everybody had there? That's fine. You could take away all the wins. I don't give a shit, right? Because at the end of the day, I know if the Jets got to the playoffs, we're probably out in the second round. Because that first round, depending on who you play, again, we would have beat Baltimore because we saw what Baltimore put out there. Baltimore with Snoop Huntley? Absolutely.
Wait, with who under center?
With what was playing there is Brett Huntley.
No, I'm talking about for you guys with who under center. Like,
I don't know.
The great Mike White.
Dylan, no, y'all not beating.
You wouldn't have beaten.
No, it wouldn't have beaten
Baltimore. Regardless, I made this point before the season even started. I wouldn't want the Jets to be in the playoffs to get waxed in the first round regardless. We weren't supposed to be there. So whether you say we lose in the first round or not, that's fine.
No, but I would definitely say you guys had a successful season.
We did. I'm not going to sit here and say we don't. I'm not going to sit here and shit on a team because Mike thinks you having to trot out 5th string lineman makes you bad. Like that's such a shitty talking point.
Because you speak out of both sides. On one side, we had a good season because we got our 7. But all season, up until the bottom fell out, it was the Jets couldn't be beat. The Jets was this, the Jets was that. When the Jets got to 7, you was talking playoffs and division titles.
Yeah, and then the Patriots happened, and then everything fucking fell off.
Like I predicted.
I'm trying to figure out how that same team didn't happen, and my point is it's because they're not who you thought they were. And you won't.
Mike, the team is exactly who I thought they were. The team is exactly who I thought they were. You want to know why the team is exactly who I thought they were? Because how many wins? How many wins did I say they were going to get? I said they were going to get 6, and they ended up getting me 1 more. So they're exactly what I thought they were. The problem is when you lose your team's best offensive player, your whole offensive line, and then your quarterback decides he's going to just disappear.
Who best offensive player?
Breece Hall.
I thought it was him. I thought it was the great.
No, he's our best wide receiver.
That's our top 15 wide receiver in the league.
Yes, but Mike, both of these things can be true. But what is the key, like the one common denominator to why we stopped winning games?
Because your defense stopped playing elite.
Oh,
Mike.
Y'all didn't score enough points. The defense could not carry that.
Yeah, y'all were offensively on that. I think the last 3 games, y'all didn't score a touchdown.
We didn't score. No, the problem isn't the defense. That's the thing. The defense did exactly what they're supposed to do. Do they stand? Are they supposed to stand on their head completely? Yeah. You cannot require that every single time if you cannot score points. That is not fair to a defense. And I will say that about the Niners. I will say that about the Eagles. I will say that about every top defense. If you go out there and you can't score points for your team, Dallas Cowboys, your defense can't do it. You can't do it for 18 weeks, 19 weeks. You can't do that and expect your defense to just continuously not break. The problem is the Jets defense didn't break. They just bent and bent and bent. The offense cannot score points. The problem with the Jets is, like, I don't even know why we're still talking about the Jets here. But the problem with the Jets was the magic number for 14 weeks was 17. Right? If the Jets scored 17, they won. The problem is they could not score 17. Like, you can't score 17. So say what you want about the defense. The defense was 4th in the NFL. 4th. Top 5 defense in football. Right? Quarterback doesn't produce. Can't get to the red zone. When you get to the red zone, you don't do anything. You kick 5 field goals in a game. Like, these are all things that happen. And it all started when Brees Hall gets hurt because the run game ran everything else. It fooled people like Michael into thinking Zach Wilson could potentially play football.
Didn't fool me.
Yes, you're still crying for Zach Wilson to get an opportunity.
I'm crying for Zach. I'm saying the job completely overreacted. And
no, we didn't. We didn't.
And ruined that man's confidence. You went from, and this is, again, you just pointed out again, your expectations for that team was 6 wins, right?
Yes, and Zach to make a leap in his second year. We said this in week 2. Roz was saying Zach gets 4 weeks. I was like, that's not fair.
Right? It was 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's like, he has till week 6 to figure out. I'm like, oh, you have 2. You're giving him 2 weeks. That's fucked up. I was sitting there, let him play, but the whole time he's playing, I'm sitting there like, oh my god, this is really not great. And notice going into every game, my key point was, man, I hope Zach doesn't fuck up today.
And he fucked up.
Every game, every single game the Jets played, I would say the Jets will be fine if Zach doesn't fuck up. You have that spark that he had against Pittsburgh in the final drive where he was great. And then you have the Denver game where he did enough not to fucking lose the game after Brees Hall scored that touchdown. Then you have New England where he just disappeared, couldn't do anything.
Couldn't do anything.
Buffalo played well. And then back to New England, and it's just like, okay, you can't get me positive yards passing. Like, you can't do the bare minimum, Mike. The bare minimum, and you have your offensive coordinator scared to draw plays up for you because you can't hit the routes on time.
What was their offensive
negative 21 yards in the second half. Negative 21 yards in the second half. Meanwhile, he was almost blowing games. And the defense has to bail him out.
And don't forget about that Thursday night game against the Jaguars. Ooh. That was just primetime brutality. Everyone saw that shit.
The problem is that Jags defense wasn't good enough to do that. That's the thing. But whatever. First drive of the game, Quinn Williams gets a sack fumble, and they move nowhere. The only score the Jets did was the defense putting them in a position to kick 3. You might as well just need 3 straight times. But whatever.
Hey, there might be a savior.
However, the defense is the problem.
There might be a savior from the north coming to help you guys out. And he goes by the name of Aaron Rodgers. That is the Aaron Rodgers to New York Jets is heating up as we speak.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about
that. Jets, Titans, Colts, and Raiders.
Raiders don't believe that Raiders smoke, Anthony. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. I'm telling you that as a friend. Don't do that to yourself.
Okay, got it. Listen, I saw a mock draft earlier today that had us moving up to the 3rd spot and getting CJ Stroud. So, hey, look, I'd rather have that.
Also, don't believe that. As a friend, don't believe it. The worst part about mock draft season is, one, stop looking at CBS's mock drafts. They are all stupid over there. Their mock drafts are some of the worst mock drafts I've ever seen in my life. Don't do it. And two, don't believe any mock drafts that include trades. It's not worth it. You're going to get yourself all gassed up for nothing.
But it's very intriguing, though. Because again, I'm not crazy about the NFL draft like that, but I do always look forward to what team tries to move up and get that one player or whatnot. And I can see that happening with CJ Stroud. Because everybody knows the Texans at this point. It's almost a foregone conclusion. They're going to get Bryce Young.
Unless the team trades up at 1.
That's true. They're either going to get Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. They're going to get one of the two. And then whoever gets the other quarterback.
Fat Zach Wilson.
No, I'm not talking about Will Levis. I'm talking about the other quarterback, whoever doesn't get CJ or Bryce.
Yeah.
I really do see Chicago at this point trading down. Like, I really see them doing that at this point.
I don't. Take Will Anderson. Do the dog.
They can get a haul because they have so many holes to fill.
Or you go get a franchise edge rusher like Will Anderson.
Yeah, but that's great and all, but they need more than
Four most important positions in football are your edge rusher, your left tackle, your quarterback, and your corner.
They don't have corners, and their left tackle's not great.
Go get your edge rusher. That's the premium pick in this draft. At that position, go get the edge rusher.
Look, I think about Cincinnati when I think about this. What Cincinnati did a few years ago when I forgot who the top offensive lineman was in the draft, and then there was Penei Sewell, and then there was Jamar Chase. They went with Jamar Chase.
Yeah, that's still like hindsight being 2020. Yeah, it's great, but like that is the bad pick. Like you're not supposed to make that pick. But again, we have hindsight here, and it works. But like if you pick the wide receiver over the line that just got your fucking quarterback to tear his ACL. Like that's a bad teams do bad things. It's just they got bailed out because Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow already have a connection.
Is it that clear cut of a decision though? Like
yes.
You choose between the star lineman and the star receiver when you have no weapons.
You have to protect your quarterback. The more time your quarterback has, you can make somebody a star. You just have to have decent weapons. And they had Tyler Boyd before that. Tyler Boyd is good. They had T. Higgins before they had Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins is good. Like, they had tight ends. And they had Joe Mixon.
Then they went and got a generational talent at wide receiver.
Yeah, no, like, again, we have hindsight on our side. Right?
But that's what I'm saying.
You're not supposed to make that pick.
No, but here's what I'm saying.
If you think that Jamar Chase is a generational talent at wide receiver,
then go ahead and do it. But if Jamar Chase would have been not great, because remember, going into that season, Jamar Chase was dropping every ball, and there was all this narrative that he couldn't figure it out. But what if it turned out to be that?
He complained about the gloves.
What if he turned out to not be great? Then we're here saying, yeah, you probably should have taken Sewell.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's hindsight. It's all hindsight. But that's why you...
But I'm just saying for the Bears, they need to surround Justin Fields with talent. They really do.
They think they need... I agree with Anthony. They need weapons more than they need a line.
They need weapons, man.
But right now, he can get away from that pressure. But he has no one to throw it to.
Yeah,
are you going to take an offensive lineman with that first pick? I mean, a wide receiver?
But I'm saying but that's what I'm saying. Trade down.
But that's why his trade down and get more picks.
Yeah, trade down and get more picks because they have too many holes. Because I agree with you.
That's the wrong thing to do. But Wilton, when you edge rushers are such a premium, premium.
If they can't find a deal, then I agree with you, Dylan. Take him because
I don't think they're going to get the deal that they're looking for to get the first.
And that's why I think he's going to go number one.
Yeah, you have to go Will Anderson.
But you never know. Someone might blow them away. Got to leave the phone on.
So Dylan, if you were the Bears general manager, what would a team have to do to take that one spot from you?
I need 2 firsts. I would need a third and a fourth.
That's
for me to even consider. That's my starting.
Not even consider.
You're
not.
Come on,
that's how when you are in a draft where you have a quarterback that is good. If you want this pick that bad, this is what's going to happen.
But we're already
talking to move up to 1. That's what you need to do.
2 firsts, a third, and a fourth. That's a lot already.
I want you to look
good
at.
day, sir.
I want
Good
you
day.
to look at what San Francisco
You'll get the phone
gave up.
hanged up all the way up on you.
What did San Francisco give up to move up? What did Miami give up to move to get Waddle?
They didn't too much.
But that's the price of doing business, sir.
When
you want to move into a premium pick, that's the price of doing business. You may think it's a lot, but when you believe in somebody like that and you really want to do it, the team that's trading that pick has every right to ask for the world, and then you have to negotiate down. If you're willing to give up the first offer, then you're stupid. Then it is what it is. But these are the things that you do. These are things that you do. San Fran going to get Trey Lance. Oh, Miami thought, you think you're so you think he's so good? Shit. We want X, Y, and Z. Okay. That's why Trey Lance will be starting next year regardless of what happens because of what they gave up to get him. Idiot, what idiot. The price of doing business.
Let's talk about the other NFC game. Them boys, the Cowboys, the team that we are, our title of this episode is named after, went to Santa Clara, a.k.a. San Francisco, to meet the Niners in, as I said last week, the main event. It was the last game of the weekend, and it was a really good game. There was drama. It was interesting. Started off, I think we were all hoping the Cowboys would score nice and early. There was drama before the game as the Niners were messing with Brett Maher as he was trying to warm up, which I thought was funny and good sportsmanship.
So much so that they had to have Jerry come down and talk to him on the field, which is so funny.
Which absolutely didn't work because the Cowboys did score. Cowboys scored first, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cowboys scored first. First touchdown.
And out he comes. Everybody's waiting. Here we go. And you can't make it up. The kick was blocked.
But regardless, if it wasn't blocked, it was wide left.
But on replay, as you could see, he absolutely shanked that ball. It was off the side of his foot. There's no way that would have went through. And we're off to the races.
This was a nasty game. This game was asking to be won.
Both teams wanted to lose. Both teams wanted to lose. Absolutely wanted to lose.
Well, but shout out to the defenses, though. Defenses did their part.
Absolutely.
Defenses played like the top defenses in the league.
It's nice to enjoy defensive game every now and then.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
And then Dak was being Dak.
Yeah, Dak did Dak.
Dak had a bad game. He had a bad
But to be fair here, Purdy also wasn't great.
Purdy wasn't. He's getting a lot of praise, but he made some good throws. He made a couple good throws.
He made a couple throws, but mainly to George Kittle, who's just always open.
But here's the thing, though, because everybody wants to hate on Purdy, which I can't stand, to be honest. When we talk about what was Kittle, and again, I know I had him on fantasy. Kittle wasn't doing when Garoppolo was playing. He wasn't doing anything.
Asking somebody to be better than Garoppolo isn't like a lot.
Okay, let's not act like Garoppolo didn't take the 49ers damn near to the Super Bowl.
Garoppolo game managed himself to a quarterback.
Went to the Super Bowl. That's not his fault.
He game managed himself to a Super Bowl.
That still takes skill to do them. Like, what? No, how do you diminish that? Like, come on. Like, how do you just say, oh, yeah, the game manager just went to the Super Bowl?
He game managers went to the Super Bowl. I watched Tom Brady do that once, and I watched Trent Dilfer do that.
That's still an incredible feat to do.
It's not.
You know how hard it is for a quarterback to just not fuck up? When all you have to do is not fuck up, that's still an incredible skill to do. That's still an incredible feat.
And then when you asked him to make plays outside of the scope, actually, you asked him to run a simple RPO, and he couldn't do it. The two plays that one play against or in the NFC Championship game almost ended their season was the same play that ended their Super Bowl. Was a RPO slant. he didn't know how to throw those, and he was late twice. And I can't believe Shanahan went back to that fucking play call knowing that Garoppolo can't make that pass. So Garoppolo almost threw an interception in that NFC Championship game. Go back, same play, throws the interception to Tyrann Mathieu in the Super Bowl.
No, I understand.
Like, here's the thing. Being asking somebody to be okay at playing quarterback should be the bare minimum. It should not be like, we shouldn't praise somebody for doing the bare minimum. Like, it's your core job accountability. It's like what you have to do. Brock Purdy in this game was a really good game manager. And when the first read was taken away, which is exactly what my point was with Brock Purdy in this fucking game, or as a whole, when you take away that first read, what is he doing? Because he held on to that ball a lot. And he is very lucky that offensive line is good. Because Micah Parsons was trying his fucking damnedest to get there and ruin his life and had one pressure on him. Those are the luxuries that you have with an experienced play caller and all these things. But Brock Purdy was not great in this game. He was also didn't do enough to win this game.
Yes, he did.
The defense did enough to make sure that Dallas couldn't score.
But he also drove the Niners down the field to kick that field goal to make it 19-12 to give them more cushion. So
again, he made it so the Cowboys have to score a touchdown to tie the game, as opposed to the Cowboys have to score a touchdown to win the game. He didn't produce if you're talking about Purdy being this top 10 quarterback that you think he is,
he faced adversity in this. Adversity in this game.
Adversity, my ass, Anthony. He didn't he wasn't great.
I'm not saying
exactly there's no. I don't want to hear this. He faced adversity shit. When you have a guy who's always open and George fucking Kittle, man, he's no adversity.
Always open.
He has the ultimate security blanket.
He's always open. So where the hell was Kittle when Garoppolo was playing? Where the hell? Where was he?
Because he wasn't. Not know the style of offense that Jimmy Garoppolo plays. If Debo is not open on that short route, he is checking down to the running back. I want you to go back and watch these San Francisco 49er games, because it seems like everybody else seems to have forgotten what Jimmy G was actually doing. Jimmy G is washed beyond all washed. I never thought he was great beforehand, but this is
save tape for when he becomes Jet quarterback.
I will throw a fucking fit if Jimmy Garoppolo. Dude, here's one thing, Mike. Mike says I agree with everything the Jets do or all my teams do. Absolutely not. If Jimmy Garoppolo is the quarterback of the New York Jets, I will boycott. Boycott. Woody Johnson sell the team. If that's what happens, Woody Johnson sell the team.
If Jimmy G is your quarterback, then that's exactly what you've been screaming for, right?
But he's not average anymore. He's not average anymore.
Okay, Billy.
He's not average anymore.
He stinks too.
I actually do believe Jimmy Garoppolo stinks. Jimmy Garoppolo will be a backup somewhere next year. He will not be starting. I'm watching Mr. Irrelevant lead this team to an NFC West championship. NFC championship game. You're going to tell me Jimmy Garoppolo's the reason?
I did not say that.
No, but what were you going to say? Go ahead.
You discredit Garoppolo. Then Purdy comes in, wins 8 straight. They're like, oh no, but Purdy is the team.
We might agree with this one. We agree with this one. Purdy didn't play nobody.
No, that was the best defense he's ever played.
That was the best defense he played, and he didn't play great.
But he didn't play bad.
No. But I'm not saying he did though. I'm saying he game managed his way to a win. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but when you call him a top 10 quarterback, that is a bad thing. I
didn't call him top 10
I'm referring to Anthony here.
But my thing is first, okay, this is the first game he has to game manage. What about the games before that?
Again, he wasn't playing nobody.
What defenses was he playing?
The Raiders, the Cardinals, the Dolphins.
Well, the Dolphins are supposed to have a good defense.
But Anthony, here's the problem. They're supposed to have a good defense, but they don't. That's the
on paper, they're supposed to have a good defense, but
they don't. Xavier Howard and Byron Jones have been hurt all year, and
what the hell did Bradley Chubb do? Did he do anything?
He stole money from Miami.
He didn't do a goddamn thing.
He hasn't done shit since he fucking came to Miami. You know Bradley Chubb stinks when he faces the fourth string jet tackle and couldn't get a sack. That means that Mike can't tell me that's good. That's bad. Is that bad?
He had a bad year. He had a bad year.
Yeah, because I was like, because my thing is I was like, why did they give him this contract? Like, I never understood the contract. Then he just
because pass rushers are a premium, and you have to overpay for decent ones.
But he didn't play decent. So he didn't even play decent.
No, this year in Denver, he was playing really well.
No, I'm talking about when he got to Miami.
Oh, like, no, they paid him before he stepped foot on the field.
Yeah.
He stole money. He
stole money.
It's legal bank robbery. Legal bank robbery.
No, I think you can't deny the accolades Purdy has. I mean, yeah, you can say this, you can say that. The dude, 7th round rookie, last pick, won 8 games in a row. Has had very good offensive outputtings.
So here we go. He faced the Dolphins, the Bucks, the Seahawks, the Commanders. The Commanders, the Raiders.
Commanders have a good
Cardinals.
defense. Commanders have a good defense.
The Commanders
can't say they don't. Defense. They don't have a good defense.
Their defense before the season started, I thought was going to be better, but Chase Young couldn't.
Stinks, Anthony.
They don't. No, they're not a top 15 defense.
The Seahawks also.
No, the Seahawks have a great pass defense.
So what would you say if Purdy has a good game against Philly, win or lose?
It's the system. What? He's gonna say it's the system.
No, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. He hasn't done
I'm not listening.
Grading game managers.
I'm not.
Do we not agree he's a game manager?
No. I'm not disagreeing with. I'm not. I'm not.
No, I'm talking to Mike right now.
Oh.
Mike's just sitting there, just basking. Is he not a game manager?
He is, but that's not what Anthony asked you.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying 2 things could be true at the same time. Yes, he has a good team around him, very good team around him. But he's also doing his part, and he's doing his part very well. Especially for someone who's the last pick in the draft. You got to give him credit, too.
That's my thing. Why is me calling him the game manager being, negative?
Because you just called Jimmy Garoppolo a game manager. You said you game managed his way to a Super Bowl.
He did.
And you literally articulated it in a way where it didn't mean
exactly.
He game managed his way to the Super Bowl. He's not a great quarterback. He's not a great quarterback.
A compliment.
Again, because you're a game manager.
Because you're saying that you said the same thing about Jalen Hurts.
I never said Jalen Hurts was a game manager. Don't say I did that. No.
Called him a system quarterback.
No, I did not call him a system quarterback.
You did call him a system quarterback.
I
said anybody. You said Gardner Minshew can do the same thing that he's doing. We had this whole argument. You said Gardner Minshew can do the same.
Not because of the system. It's because of the talent.
Look,
I don't know enough about Nick Sirianni's offensive system to tell you whether he's a system quarterback or not. I can tell you right now, with that level of talent, I would expect any quarterback, besides Zach Wilson, to go into Philly and be able to play well.
Is it fair to make the conclusion that saying someone is a system quarterback or someone who has immense talent around them can be taken the same way? Because you're saying that it's the pieces around them that is making them good.
I will say if you are a system quarterback and you play within what the game allows, you're doing your job. I will not sit here and say you're a great quarterback because you are just following the first read. I won't do that. Not for Brock Purdy.
You, do you see how I make the conclusion that you're comparing Brock and Jalen the same way?
I'm not though. That's the thing. I'm not comparing them in the same way or situation because I think the situations are different. Because I don't know enough about Sirianni's offensive system to come to that conclusion. Whereas I have years and years and years of experience of watching Kyle Shanahan work and watching his quarterbacks do well. Right?
Not all of them.
Most
of them. You're saying that the talent that Philly has.
But the thing is, when you have elite talent top to bottom in Philly's situation, it's very difficult to come to a conclusion about quarterback and quarterback play. Because when you take a look at Gardner Minshew, when he went in, yeah, they lost the games. But two of those 2 interceptions against the Cowboys were literally not his fault. Quez Watkins got deboed for the ball twice. And that's a tough one because those stats fall on Gardner Minshew, but they were not his fault. And when you look at the yards per game and all that stuff, the Gardner Minshew games were higher yards and more efficiently throwing the ball than Jalen Hurts. The problem is Jalen Hurts brings in a different dynamic on the run side of the football. But again, I'm very interested in
Jalen better, right?
As a quarterback, it doesn't make a difference to me because the passing game is what you care about as a quarterback. Is it not? Find me a running quarterback who's won a fucking Super Bowl.
I don't know if you consider Patrick Mahomes a running quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes is a mobile quarterback. He's not a running quarterback.
Well, I think that we're going to just be so, all right.
But I'm not sitting here saying Jalen Hurts is awful. I'm not. I'm saying it's hard to evaluate him.
So what is he then?
He's a really good quarterback.
Is he a top 10 quarterback?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not a top 5 quarterback.
Probably is.
Okay. Well, then
but
all of your stuff.
He probably is. He probably is, but I still don't really know how to evaluate him until I can see
Allen Burrow.
Until I can see something that can.
That's your 5.
Again, until I can see something that can lead me a different direction. Like I have no other choice but to put him there. But again, it's very hard to identify it. It's just like with the Cowboys and the Eagles in general. It's hard to identify their season because they didn't play nobody. But I know they're good.
So if the Eagles lose, are you going to say that they're not good? You're going to call them frauds?
I will not. It depends on how they lose. That's what will determine if they're a fraud or not.
Yeah, it definitely depends on how they lose. Because
if they lose because Jalen Hurts is bad, I may pull the F word out.
Nah, I would have to agree with that.
I don't think the Cowboys are frauds.
The Cowboys are absolutely frauds.
No, the Cowboys are
exactly what I thought they were.
Yeah, but the thing is, they may be exactly what you thought they were, but that doesn't mean they're not frauds. Doesn't mean they're not frauds. Cowboys are frauds every year, and that's okay. Even if
at least they won. I'll give them the fact that they won a playoff game. At least they can breathe a little.
I'm not taking that.
Hey, they finally beat Tom Brady.
Wouldn't have taken much to beat that Tampa team.
By the way, screw them for firing Byron Leftwich. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. Pure scapegoat shit. Like, come on.
Todd Bowles should have been fired.
Yeah. Fire him.
Turns out Todd Bowles is a bad coach no matter where he coaches.
And here's the thing. What the hell were all these damn coordinators? It was Black Monday, Black Tuesday, Black Wednesday for all these fucking coordinators around the league. Just
a lot of scapegoats.
Everybody was just getting the pink slip.
I don't know about everybody. I don't know about a lot of scapegoats. Like Leftwich is absolutely a scapegoat, but a lot of the guys that got fired needed to get fired.
But that's a lot of pink slips.
OC getting fired, that's a scapegoat.
No, that too. Yeah. Staley should have been fired.
Yeah.
What you call it? The DC from I can't think about it.
There's so many.
There was another one. There was a DC that got
Cleveland. They fired
Minnesota.
DC. Yeah, Minnesota.
Because he deserved it.
Minnesota's one. That's just
deserved. If you have a bottom defense and your defensive coordinator got fired, you deserved it.
No, Minnesota. He deserved to let go.
If you had a bad offense and you fired your offensive coordinator, you deserved it. Except for the instances where like Staley and Leftwich, or Staley and Bowles, those guys should have been fired.
Yeah. The Ravens finally fired
Greg Roman. Fired him 2 years too late. Meanwhile, they let their actual a really good defensive mind escape to fucking New York. Fucking Wink Martindale. I still can't believe they fucking let Wink Martindale fucking go before Greg fucking Roman. So stupid.
Yeah, because when these coaches get on the hot seat, they got it.
I will throw a fit if Greg Roman comes to the Jets. I know what Greg Roman brings. It's just like arguing with Roz. When Roz tried to say, "Oh, do you know what fucking Frank Reich's pedigree is as offensive coordinator?" I was like, "Yeah, mid." What are we doing here? Like, well, are we gonna really sit here and act like Doug Peterson wasn't calling the plays in Philly? No, we're not.
Yeah,
We're gonna act
because he surely took that and flipped that to that coach job and was horrible.
Yeah, Frank Reich didn't. Yeah. I was like, and then before he was the offensive coordinator in Philly, the 1 year he was in the Chargers, it was 18th. So am I really going to sit here and try to cape for Frank Reich because he was a former Jet quarterback? No.
To be fair, that Colts organization is brutal.
The second we got rid of fucking Matt LaFleur, I was like, keep Frank Reich away from this job. That was the first thing, and Mike laughed, and Mike reacted to that. That was the first thing I said when they got rid of LaFleur. I was like, thank God we got rid of him. Keep Frank Reich away from me.
No, but we got to.
That's a home run hire.
I'll fucking. But now we got to talk about the Bills and the Bengals. We got to talk about that
before we do, not before we play that last play that the Cowboys ran.
Oh yeah,
in that game.
Oh yeah,
because that's what is happening here. What is happening?
So
yeah, all right, Dak. When I say
I will
say hike the ball, get pancaked.
I will pause this to then we're gonna review some tape.
Oh God,
we're still getting the tape here. So this guy right here, that is one Ezekiel Elliott
as your running back.
Zeke being in this position to snap the football is an ineligible receiver.
Yes.
Right? He cannot.
And he declared himself ineligible.
Regardless, he would not be eligible even if he didn't declare himself ineligible. He is not eligible because he has to block. The problem with this is your linemen are all spread out here. And the defense just said, these guys right here, oh, fuck, they just left Zeke here. Let us continue to watch this man right here before a throw is even made.
They're literally discussing which one of us is going to run him over. You want it? Want me to do it? All right, I got it.
All right, so let's go ahead and review this play. We're not going to pay attention to anything else but the guy snapping the football.
Boom.
Reason number one as to why this is a bad idea is watching Zeke get absolutely manhandled by a 6'5", 275-pound human, while Dak has no protection, as this gentleman is coming to murder Dak Prescott. So let's see how the rest of this play works out. Why? That's what I want to know. Let's rewind it just a eensy bit here.
Because
why are you throwing to him?
But even not to him, I don't know. But even if you want to throw it to him, because if you look, if he threw the ball right now where you paused it,
open,
there is about a 12, 13-yard gap between him and Ward. So if you zip the ball over there, these guys down here can come and block, and you've got your train. But what does Dak do? Dak decides to stare at the man rushing him and gives Ward time to close. And well,
he started running over there before Dak even fucking
because he knew what was happening. He knew exactly what Dak was going to throw the ball.
Meanwhile, if you hit homeboy right here, you now have 1, 2, 3 blockers. If you don't have Zeke here getting pancaked, you now have a potential pitch where this guy could go get his 15 to 20 yards before he starts getting some reinforcements and then pitch back to the man who's getting pancaked. I don't understand why this was.
By the way, bring that back a little bit too also. Because if you want to look, we're focusing on the ball. If you look at the top of the screen, those guys barely even move. They're just there. They're just there. Run that. Don't even move. What is happening on this play?
You can't possibly
Somebody
tell
getting
me
clocked the fuck
that
up.
this was practiced. You cannot tell me that this was a play that was practiced.
There's no way that they ran this on their defense, and it was so successful that they wanted to put it in the game. There's no way, because I want to believe that Micah Parsons does the exact same thing in practice. He just runs over Zeke, probably tackles Dak in one motion. But
I just want to make a quick point here, right? There's nobody else here. There's nobody here.
Nobody else there.
Field of green. That means all he needs is this guy to block him and him to run with this.
Well, there's two guys in the back that we can't see, because if you count, like this.
That is the third guy.
No, but I'm saying there's guys.
Are there more guys in the back?
There's 11 guys on the field, so I only see
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah,
7. So there's 4 guys up there.
Okay, yeah.
So even still,
so there's two guys. There's 2 guys that we can't see, who's probably like at around they're 50 yards back, which means you get ahead of steam. You get ahead of steam.
I still got that and that. The only reason he's there is because he's trying to stop him from getting fucking tackled. But you give me these 2 guys, give me one-on-one and a potential pitch back, you may have
literally could have threw it to either one of those 2. Literally.
Well, you can't throw to these 2.
No, not those 2.
But you have this guy in Schultz. You can't go and block him before that ball is thrown. So there's no real clear shot there. That's out. These assholes, though, they can't have jobs.
No,
but again, I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
They're doing exactly what Kellen told them to do, which is nothing.
I still don't understand this play call. Like, it's Kirk Cousins on 4th down. I need to go 65 plus yards. I'm going to throw 8.
I don't know what's a stupid play call, because that's pretty. I don't know what your.
I would say the stupid play call is the play call which has your running back be your center, and immediately take him out of the game.
With your season on the line.
Yeah, that I just don't understand. But hey, who knows? We Dem Boyz. I was rooting for both teams because San Francisco is my Super Bowl pick, but I wanted to go full heel and start rooting for the Cowboys. I really did. But hey.
And they do what they do best.
Yeah, fucking lose.
Prophecy fulfilled.
You want to talk about an actual prophecy? You want to talk about an actual prophecy being fulfilled?
What? Are you taking us to our next game?
This man.
Yeah.
Joe Burt. Hey, Mike. Remember when we decided to pick opposite on this game?
We did. Well, Buffalo was my Super Bowl pick.
We decided to pick opposite on this game. And I think you said, I think it was about this game. Don't ask me why I think Buffalo's going to win this game. Because I don't have a reason.
It was. I don't know why Buffalo's going to win. Buffalo's just going to win. I picked them to win the Super Bowl. So don't ask me how they're going to get it done. I don't know how they're going to get it done.
Same here.
They're going to get it done. And they didn't get it done.
They did not at all.
Right there. Joe Burt. Joe Shiesty.
Not only did they not get it done, they got blown out.
Got that ass waxed.
And Josh Allen did not play like the Josh Allen I did.
He did for a half. He did for the first. He actually played pretty good in the first half. But the second half, it just fell apart.
Josh Allen did that thing he does. Like, I call him a dodo bird for a reason. Because he does stupid things. Josh Allen sometimes plays hero ball.
He does play hero ball.
And it's not great.
and that's exactly what he did on Sunday. And it did not go well.
The problem is nobody on that Bengals defense. It's what I said last week, Mike. Nobody on that Bengals defense was scared of a wide receiver not named Stephon Diggs. They're like, what? You all do what the fuck you're gonna do.
Did Davis do anything?
No,
not really. He had a couple catches, but not.
Dawson
really.
Knox was the most effective pass catcher for the Bills. Buffalo. But the problem is
Diggs didn't do anything either.
Diggs didn't really do shit. Gabe Davis didn't really do shit. Dawson
but
Knox
Allen couldn't get Diggs the ball though. Like
again, your focus on the defensive side is, hey, try not to let Josh Allen beat you with his legs. We'll do a great job of pressuring the middle and contain. And don't let fucking Diggs get comfortable.
It was very basic. They played contain and they double teamed and was physical with Diggs. And they took their chances with Gabe Davis and it won.
Yeah.
And it won. They won.
It's as simple as that.
It's so simple.
Meanwhile, Buffalo just couldn't do anything on the defensive side. They were having their way. Like, I see what with 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
They were doing okay. They couldn't get a third down stop. They could not get Cincinnati off the field.
The problem is Buffalo tries so bad to be Kansas City. Right? Their whole offense is, hey, we're gonna throw the football X amount of times. We're not really gonna run or establish a run game. Our defense is designed to take away pass plays and big plays, but we can't really stop the run. And we also don't run. So their philosophy, I think, if I'm McDermott, where the fuck his name is?
McDermott.
If I'm Sean McDermott, I'm looking at a philosophy change just a little bit to run some more plays under center, get your running backs involved, because in the last 4 years of Josh Allen's career, your best running back has been Josh Allen. And that's a problem because he doesn't run the ball like he's Cam Newton. Cam Newton protected the ball and like knew how to carry the ball. Josh Allen carries that thing like it's a fucking loaf of bread and hurdles. Like, he's trying to make something stupid happen.
Yeah, he runs very reckless.
He's very reckless.
Extremely reckless.
Not dirty, reckless.
TB12 is the dirty one.
Yeah, he's playing football. But no, like, if you can't run the ball in this portion of the year, you're not going to win. You are not going to win. I think it was the teams that won the rushing differential are 7-1 in the playoffs.
That's a fact.
So you need to play good defense, and you need to be able to stop the run, and you need to be able to run the football. Buffalo cannot do that.
And then there was kind of like that whole conversation of just like passionate versus reckless football player with the whole Stephon Diggs thing. You know, there were some people that are saying, oh, he's immature, he's too rowdy. Then other people are saying he's just a passionate player. You know, that whole conversation kind of got brought up again. You know,
the problem with that conversation is Diggs has been known to yell at a quarterback or two.
And we got to look at context. That was when he got caught yelling. That was in the fourth quarter already. After a fourth down, that game was over. He's cold. The replay showed he was open.
And Josh couldn't do anything.
Josh couldn't on the ball, so he was frustrated. I mean, it is what it is. And then after the game, he stormed off.
Oh yeah, the fact that practice squad Duke Johnson brought him back to then leave again. It's crazy. Like, last time Stephon Diggs did that, he was traded. I'm not saying he's going to get traded because he does have a really good relationship with Josh Allen, and without Stephon Diggs, Without Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen isn't Josh Allen. So we will see what goes on there. But you need to start looking at a philosophy change. Josh Allen not being able to make things happen in a big game, I will hold against him. That's why I move him to 3 on my quarterback ranking, because there is a guy who beat him who continues to win big game after big game.
Or maybe according to a certain player, him and Diggs just need some couples therapy. That's all. Get it out the way. So
And
that might just be it.
Shout out to Joe Burrow for saying that the NFL needs to give all those people in Atlanta refunds.
That didn't make any sense to me. How is it all those people purchase tickets? No, not what he said, but like, I never understood why all these people purchased tickets, just assuming that was going to be the title game. But
just in case.
That was all the motivation Cincinnati needed right there.
It was.
Now they get to go to Burrowhead Stadium.
Yeah, I know.
Burrowhead Stadium, a place where he has never lost.
and it's like, I'm not like I'm just I was already rooting for the Bengals to beat the Chiefs because I sound fucking like them, but I'm even rooting for them.
Don't do it. Anthony, I swear to God, if you are the reason I am robbed of a second Joe Burrow Super Bowl.
I love me some Eli Apple, man. That's my new favorite player. That's my new favorite player.
Not me. His trolling of the Bills after the game.
Yo, that dude, he made my Monday night. This man went on a Twitter just eruption of just trolling.
You want to talk about a front runner?
Oh, he has Anthony written all over him.
Yo, this dude is a massive troll, yo.
You already kind of spoiled it, but yes, Kansas City and Jacksonville in a good game.
A weird game. Because Mahomes got wrecked.
He hurt his ankle back. He beat them on one leg. And I don't even know if I want to say he beat them, because honestly, Travis Kelce beat them by himself. Just catch after catch after. And you want to talk about Kittle being open? Kelce was open every time.
Every single
I don't know why he was open. Dude is always open like that.
Because he's that good.
Yeah. He reads coverages before he runs his routes, and he communicates it back to Pat at the line of scrimmage and sits in between zones, or he knows what they're playing while they're playing it. He's literally just a quarterback playing tight end.
Yeah.
That's what makes him so much better than literally every other tight end, is noticing coverages off rip.
They're playing chess out there. Everybody's playing checkers.
You have two guys who just know. And then the second that first play's over, he sees something, especially if you're running hurry up, he's letting you know right off rip, hey, if I run this route instead of what's supposed to be in the play, I'm going to be open. Every time. They literally just play backyard football. It's well structured because everybody else follows exactly what they're supposed to be doing. But those two just know. So they're like, all right, I'm going to sit 6 yards into that zone. I'll be open here once Juju comes across the middle.
Once his name comes running.
I'll be there.
Just look up. I'll be there.
Yep. And it's like, okay. All right, Trav, I got you. And then, surely enough, he has him.
Works every time.
Whew.
But that game was better than I thought it was going to be.
Jacksonville pissed me off because I didn't get my cover because I said they were going to lose by 14. And, of course, they got to score late to bring it to, 10?
Yeah.
Welcome to gambling.
Kansas City was just doing everything I said, and yeah, Jacksonville's too young. They're not ready for this stage.
They were not ready for the Chiefs. They did a great job, and they had a great year getting to this point.
Yeah, shout out to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's going to be around for a long time.
And they're going to get Calvin Ridley next year, too.
It's just bad news for Mike.
Now, if they get Calvin Ridley, yeah, I'm going to be
Well, he's there.
Well,
No,
he's
but I'm
there.
saying, like,
there.
if he's Calvin Ridley, like, I don't know
If
what
he's
gonna
Calvin
be.
Ridley,
If he's Calvin Ridley,
rap.
it's Kansas, it's Cincinnati all over again. It's just like, who do you cover? Who do you cover?
Get a couple more pieces on that offensive line or linebackers on that defense, and that's a scary team for a long time.
Another year of real progression for Lawrence too.
Scary team.
Yeah, no, that's hell.
Scary team.
Hell.
I'm not denying it's scary. It's scary.
That's why the Titans done fired everybody who managed offense on that organization,
and they can all go. They
fired everybody that had to do with the offensive side.
You need to.
Shout out to Tennessee for hiring a black general manager.
Oh yeah, shout out to that. I was watching his presentation and shit. Like he went inside the building and everybody was just
had the whole facility ready for him because
had the whole facility.
Tennessee. We're a great organization. Yeah, we do things like that.
That's a good culture. You guys do have a good culture. I'll give you all that.
Where's your black coach though?
Everything is not.
When's the last time we had the black coach?
Everything's not about color.
I was about to say I think the Jets have had more black coaches in the last 20 years than you guys have.
Everything's not
about color, Dylan.
He said everything's not about color.
I was about to say we have a fucking a Lebanese head coach, a Muslim Lebanese head coach, and you want to talk about diversity? There's only been 2 of them motherfuckers.
You got to stop race baiting, Dylan. Stop.
I know, right?
Stop it.
Come on now.
Anyway,
don't worry, the Titans will just continue to hire Jeff Fisher.
Our franchise has still never been better since the day that man walked out the door.
You and every other team Jeff Fisher has ever coached have said the same thing.
When James comes back, he will tell you, if I could take Jeff Fisher out myself, I will never forgive that man and I will stand by this to the day I die. That man ruined Vince Young's career.
I was just about to ask that.
He did.
Ruined Vince Young's career.
He absolutely did.
I forgot he was on the cover of Madden too.
Mike, I have something for you.
Oh boy, I'm nervous.
I have something for you.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna reveal it on the pod. I was gonna wait till the next time I saw you, but why? Well, there's no better time like the present since we are talking about Titans quarterbacks. I have for you a signed helmet of a former first-round quarterback taken by the Tennessee Titans.
If it's Vince Young, we just became best friends.
It is not Vince Young.
Oh, okay.
It is Jake Locker.
I was just about to say Jake Locker.
Not too long ago.
My brother hates Jake Locker so much.
But you know what's funny? I actually don't like him either. But I was very excited when Tennessee got him. I was excited. I was like, oh, this could be something.
It's authentic.
But he wasn't that. He just couldn't stay healthy.
He couldn't stay healthy.
Jake Locker was a baller. That dude had balls. He would go out there and try to drop his shoulder on dudes like he thought he was actually Cam Newton. And then he got a bunch of concussions. He was like, this hurts. He decided to retire. Yeah, Mike, that is yours.
Oh, thank you.
And you can have it because I know you are a massive Jake Locker fan. So
I wouldn't say that, but yes.
The certificate of authenticity, all here for you.
Speaking of Cam Newton for a second, they were having a whole discussion just the other day about Cam Newton versus Josh Allen.
Cam Newton over Josh Allen.
Wow, that was quick.
Cam Newton dragged Ted Ginn to the fucking Super Bowl. Granted, got waxed by Von Miller, who promptly ended Cam's career, really. If you're thinking about it.
Greg also was on that team too. All right?
He was.
Yeah, but Greg was washed at that point.
But thank God he was there because he was the only resemblance of a weapon Cam ever had in his life.
Everybody tends to forget that Ted Ginn had feet for hands his whole career, and Kelvin Benjamin ate himself out of the league.
My man had one good year. We was like, oh, Cam got a number one now. Here we go.
And Kelvin Benjamin didn't even play that year. He got hurt and then went to Buffalo, ate a few cheeseburgers, and they moved him to tight end.
And that Panthers team was still dropping like 30 a game, like with nothing.
Cam was Superman.
It was
Superman.
It's literally Superman.
Willed that team. Willed that team to a fucking Super Bowl on his back. Winning big game after big game, Anthony. How many big games has Josh Allen won?
I mean, he's got a couple, but
he's got a couple.
He's got a couple though.
Until he starts winning games he's supposed to win in the playoffs.
I mean, I feel like
this was really like the first
time. This is the first one.
Yeah, it's the first
he was
one.
Supposed to win. They wasn't supposed to be Kansas City last year, Dylan. They were not.
They were winning with 14 seconds left, were they not?
But
that wasn't Allen's fault
in the game, and exactly. I mean, he didn't lose that game.
He didn't lose that game.
Run more time off.
What was it? 18 seconds.
Run more time off.
Come on.
You know that's too. If you have 1 second against Pat Mahomes, it's too much. It's the same with Tom Brady.
How much time did they have against the Chiefs last year? What was the time they had again?
It was like 8. They had a minute and a half.
No, it was under a minute. It was absolutely under a minute. I don't
know.
It
was under a minute,
but it was absolutely under a minute.
And they didn't take enough time off the clock.
So he gets penalized for literally like having a historic game. Like,
hey man, here's the thing: if you guys are gonna sit here and argue that wins and losses are a quarterback stat, and then I tried to use your argument against you, and you tell me that's not how that works, one of us here is wrong, and I'll tell you who it isn't. Me. Because now it will invalue every argument that we've ever had about quarterbacks. If you say that Josh Allen losing against the Chiefs isn't his fault.
But it wasn't, though.
It wasn't. It literally wasn't. They changed the rules. They changed a rule because of that game.
Just for him to fucking lose. Just for him to lose.
And yes, obviously, I'm agreeing that this was a game he should have won, and he flunked the bag. I'm talking about last year.
For him to lose to that guy right there, Joe Burrow, the boogeyman of the AFC, the fucking second best quarterback in football. And if he beats Pat Mahomes in Burrowhead Stadium again, we have a different conversation that needs to be had.
No, we don't. He has to win.
He
has to win a ring.
A one-legged Patrick Mahomes? No.
Even if
are
it was
we
two
making excuses already?
No.
Even if is he not compromised?
Even if he's uncompromised, he still has to win a ring.
And
he absolutely does.
Right.
He absolutely
does. Yeah.
If Joe Burrow wins a Super Bowl, I don't want to hear.
If he beats the Chiefs and wins the Super Bowl, I will put Joe Burrow above Mahomes.
But let me ask you something, Dylan. You just gave this argument about Josh Allen winning games he's supposed to win. If I know you the way I think I know you, is Joe Burrow not the best remaining quarterback since Patrick Mahomes is on one leg?
That's a very good question.
So shouldn't that mean the Bengals should win this Super Bowl?
No,
they have the best quarterback.
But here's the thing: he may only have one leg, but he's still Patrick Mahomes.
I'm glad
he's still Patrick Mahomes.
I'm glad you know that.
I'm also, besides me being the head of the Joe Shiesty fan club, I also eat.
He's not coming to the Jets, though.
I don't want him to. We'll just ruin him. I am also eating at the table of Patrick Mahomes fan club too. The difference is I became a fan of Patrick Mahomes in the NFL. I became a fan of Joe Burrow at LSU. So, like, I feel like this is my brother playing because I felt like I watched him grow up and tear up Tua in Alabama.
When your team has stink quarterbacks, you got to root for other ones.
Hey, Anthony, you're right there with me.
No.
Don't worry.
Anthony, I just look at it as a fan of the game. I mean, I love the Knicks, but LeBron is my favorite player. I'm a fan of the game. I love Luka. I'm a fan of the game.
Mark Sanchez has more playoff wins than Derek Carr. And every other Raider quarterback who has played.
I wouldn't talk down on Derek. I wouldn't talk down on somebody who's very likely to go to your squad next year, right?
From what I understand, he's in their back pocket. He's just waiting to see what happens with Rodgers.
Yeah. So you might want to talk a little nicer to Carr.
And I will say when Derek Carr is a Jet too, Mark Sanchez has more playoff wins than fucking Derek Carr.
So would you rather have Mark Sanchez than Derek Carr?
Yes. Mark Sanchez brought me to back-to-back AFC Championship games. What has Derek Carr done for me? Nothing. Derek Carr has done nothing for me. Where's his postseason success? When's the last time he beat Tom Brady in the playoffs? Correct answer: never.
Yeah, I'm not.
How many Hall of Famers did fucking Derek Carr beat in a playoff run? Huh?
Whatever you say.
Mark Sanchez beat Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, fucking Phillip Rivers, Carson Palmer. Fucking get the fuck out of here.
Whatever you say.
Mike, would you care about the quarterback who has playoff success or not playoff success?
Has playoff success.
Playoff success. Because as we tried to argue earlier, quarterback winning is a quarterback stat, correct? But we don't hold the Bills.
But I will say this: he has more. Sorry, Anthony, but he has more experience in those games than Derek Carr. Derek Carr doesn't have a lot of chances, so maybe if Derek
Mark
Carr
Sanchez is only in the postseason twice,
and he's got almost 6 times to game. But I don't know. But I would take Derek Carr's talent, but I agree with Dylan. I would definitely take the more experienced. But I think Derek Carr is a better player than Mark Sanchez.
What rank defense?
Absolutely. But Mark Sanchez in those games.
What rank defense were the Jets in those 2 games, those 2 seasons they went to the playoffs?
Was it 1?
Yeah, one of the years they had the best defense.
I think the best defense.
I think they lost to Pittsburgh. I think the Pittsburgh year was the best defense.
Yeah, that was the best defense we ever had. That is arguably, according to I forgot who, but that Jet defense is one of the 10 best defenses in the last 20 years.
Speaking of defenses, 30 for 30 coming out soon on that 2000 Ravens defense. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, all of that.
I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that.
All of it.
Because I was only 7 in the year 2000, so don't really remember it that much.
That team is my absolute arch nemesis team, but
yeah.
Yeah, we know.
But yeah,
I need all of the Shannon Sharp and Ray Lewis talking shit. That's all. Is
Goose,
those two just talking shit to each other
and Goose. Oh yeah,
give me everything.
So let's talk Superb Owl, who is thank you, Dylan. You're welcome. Going to the big game. What game is first? Phillies first. Philly San Fran is the early game, so we'll go with that first. Who is gonna go? I mean, we can do me first because there's no secrets here. Philly is going. Jalen Hurts, the MVP of the league, is gonna get it done. Philly to the Super Bowl.
MVP, though.
Fly Eagles fly. Fly Eagles fly. Dylan's gonna have to deal with me for 2 weeks talking about the MVP of the league, Jalen Hurts, taking his team to the Super Bowl.
Here's the problem with that.
It's funny. As a Giants fan, you like the Eagles a lot. That's crazy.
I like Jalen Hurts a lot. I like Jalen Hurts a whole lot.
Here's the problem.
I like AJ Brown a whole lot.
Raise your hand if your Super Bowl picks are still alive.
Both teams? No.
Both. That's why I said your Super Bowl picks are still alive.
Yeah, so you're handicapped.
Oh, me? I'm not changing regardless. You want to know why? You want to know why I'm not changing regardless?
Because Patrick Mahomes is hurt.
Because we have this man and the Cincinnati Bengals staring down the snowy warlands of Buffalo, New York.
5 minutes from James's house.
5 minutes from James's house.
Oh, it's really that close to James' house?
No, not at
6
all.
under snow.
But he gets very upset when we say that.
James is currently 6 foot under snow. Can't get out of his house because of what was transpiring earlier in the week.
Oh,
But
God.
it doesn't matter because when you have a light that shines as bright and as hot as Joe Shiesty himself, he will carry that torch through the snow for you, James. The eternal flames will burn and melt the snow. He's running through with the blades of chaos himself like he is Kratos. He is the god of war. Bringing it from Buffalo all the way down to Burrowhead Stadium, a place he has never lost, into this Coliseum. He will face the actual god of war of the NFL, Ares, Patrick Mahomes, and he will be taken down by Kratos himself. Joe Shiesty. Bengals by 1 billion.
Listen, well, what's the extent of Mahomes' injury? Because he did say
high ankle sprain. High ankle sprain is tough.
Those are tricky.
Those are bad.
Like, even if they won, he would absolutely still be.
He's gonna be limping onto that field. He's gonna be limping on that field.
He'd be injured in the Super Bowl.
That's like a 5-week evaluation.
I promise you, if they wasn't playing the AFC Championship game, he would not be playing this week.
Oh, absolutely. He probably would be playing the next 2 weeks.
Promise you, he wouldn't be playing. But here we are, and I'm not going to give up on the best quarterback in football. Give me Kansas City. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't care how they're going to do it. I don't care.
Here we go. Mike is 0-1 when he says, I don't know why, I don't know how.
I don't care. Give me Kansas City, and I'll see you in, where are they going? Arizona?
Valhalla.
One of them new stadiums. I don't know where the Super Bowl is.
And give me, for the NFC, my actual NFC championship pick, the team I said I trust no other team but this team because of how good their defense is. I'm rocking with Kyle Shanahan, the San Francisco 49ers defense, DeMeco Ryans, and Brock Purdy.
Shout out to Paul Heyman for that.
All right.
What is the bank?
Oh, so now you like Purdy?
I don't, but I'm rooting for them to go to the fucking Super Bowl because I made the pick. I'm standing on it, stamping it.
And he wants to come in here and shit on Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, my hatred for Jalen Hurts it much outshines my hatred for Brock Purdy. But yeah, I don't have hatred for Brock Purdy. I don't really have hatred for Jalen Hurts either, but I'm just a hater and I have to be consistent because somebody here has to.
Hatred for me, that's what it is.
Somebody here has to be consistent.
It won't be you.
No word. I would say I'm the most consistent.
I'm not surprised that you would say that.
But I'm going with the Niners. I'm going with the Bengals.
All right.
Just feels right.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
We should let Anthony go first. We fucked up.
We did.
We fucked up.
Who is losing this game, Anthony? Because whoever you pick is surely where Vegas is waiting on this pick.
Mush.
I really haven't even thought about it till now, to be honest.
What?
No, I really haven't. I honestly, I have Philly going to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I think Philly.
Yes. 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 Let's go. He's gonna pick Cincinnati though, so fuck.
Yes, I have Cincinnati and Philly in the Super Bowl. I was gonna pick Cincinnati even with a healthy Patrick Mahomes, so it wouldn't have mattered. Like,
fuck you, Anthony.
I don't know any famous person from Cincinnati to play a song for them. So I don't know what to do for you, but I will have the Meek Mill queued up for next week. We will have Meek ready to
make sure
go.
I have all the Skyline chili.
Rule the jungle.
I will order a bunch of cans of Skyline chili, and I will have it ready.
Plus, at the end of the day, I am somewhat of I'm a Cincinnati Bengals supporter in a way because my baseball team is the Reds. So
no, you don't. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You cannot do that.
Why not?
Because you can't just claim a team that plays.
I said I'm a Cincinnati Bengals supporter.
But you're not a supporter.
How am I not?
You're only claiming them right now.
Yeah, I'm claiming them right now. Yeah.
But you're not a supporter.
I'm a supporter right now.
At least we know with Mike is a Giants fan.
I do not. I root for the Giants whenever they're not playing the Titans. I have no shame in that.
Roz and Mike are going to start a fucking Giants podcast.
Roz is the low-key Giants fan here. That's the one you need to be on.
Nah, I disagree. I don't think Roz is a Giants fan. I just think he's so fed up with the Jets. I think he's just so fed up with the Jets. He's just tired.
I don't know, Anthony. This love affair with him and Dable is just...
No, but that's what it is. It's like I feel like he has like a deep-rooted regret for choosing the wrong New York team. And it's just kind of like he just wants to switch over. But
I told him to go. I tried to open the door for it. I took his bags and threw it out the front door. I caught Roz cheating, and I said, to the left, to the left. Everything you own is in the box to the left.
No, but that's what Roz sounds like. He sounds like that person who's just like so unhappy in a relationship, just wants to go.
Then go. I'm releasing him. I'm releasing him.
His brother is a massive Giants fan, and Roz could never allow himself to tease him. Never.
In Roz's defense, I think what really bothers him is just he needs to see more from Saleh. He just wants to see more from him.
Salah. I don't know. I don't know what more he has.
Roz wants. I don't know.
The problem is he's going to keep doing this. He has a losing record thing. Even if the Jets would have had to win 13 games to break 500 off of his first year. Like, if he would have won 11 games, you're like, oh, he's still losing head coach.
It would not have been.
No, but I think what bothered him the most is just the losing streak you guys went on.
The losing streak at the end of the year was all he needed. The losing streak
was not great, but regardless, we could have won. Like, if we won 7 games and end up winning at the end of the year, he would still find something to bitch and moan about.
Absolutely.
He is a pessimist. He's not happy unless he's miserable.
Unless his teams are losing.
Yo, there were like
he doesn't know how to deal with success.
There were like 6-7 different games. Had nothing to do with the Jets. And he would bring it back to Zach Wilson.
Every fucking week, Anthony. Every game, he brings it back to the Jets and something.
I wish Zach Wilson could play like that.
After every week. Even this week.
Even this week.
We still find ourselves divulged into Jets post-game live with Dylan and Roz.
It'd be like for 2 hours, you guys are just.
It's not a podcast I want to do anymore. I used to want to do something with Roz. Now I don't.
You guys would just talk about just a long, endless stream on my phone of you guys talking about absolutely nothing. It's just like going in circles.
Just dancing. Just.
Now, what's crazy is Anthony feeds into it. So Anthony tries to get Roz.
Mr. Beamer, what are your thoughts?
And then Roz comes, and I forgot what the fuck Anthony tried to get Roz to say. Roz said something. I said, Roz is here. I'm out. Like, I'm not this time. I get goaded into it, man. I just get so sick and tired of it. But I also am the big catalyst of conflict in this fucking group chat.
Because you'll be like, Roz, I'm out. And then, like, you'll leave the chat, and then, like, fucking, like, 20 minutes later.
He speaks bullshit.
And I have to come. We'll go to right back. That's right, nigga. You better leave because you know who's right.
He's like, I'm out. Roz is doing that stuff lonely. again. Oh God. I'll tell you,
he loves to bring up the Kotite, and I'm like, do you know that Kotite was a winning head coach before he was a Jet? He's like, he has the same winning percentage. I was like, he won 4 games in 2 years. He was a winning head coach before he got to us.
I didn't even know who that was when he was.
I didn't know who that was either.
I didn't even know who that was.
And then he just like lumps them together. I was like, all I care about is their record as a Jet. I don't care about what they were beforehand. I don't care about what they were after. Just because somebody is good somewhere else doesn't mean you are going to be good here. It's not how that works. That is not how it has ever worked. It's just what happens. John Harbaugh, blah, blah. John Harbaugh coached 4 years and dodged a rebuild and fucking ran to Michigan where he got his ass waxed for the last 5 years. And I'm supposed to believe that he would come to the Jets and just be a great head coach? No, I don't believe it. You want to know who his offensive coordinator was? Greg Roman. I don't care. I'm not doing it.
Well, we are all set for this week. So Dylan has his pick, Chiefs, Niners. I have Eagles, Chiefs.
Bengals, Niners.
Excuse me. I'm Dylan. I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
I have Eagles, Chiefs. And Anthony, of course, splits the difference and goes Eagles, Bengals.
He's trying to fucking fuck us over.
Both of us. Both because he picked both of our favorite teams in the situation. Because, like, all right, Bengals win, whatever. As long as the Eagles win for me. I'm pretty sure with you, all right, if the Chiefs, you know, if
I'm not
the
gonna
Eagles
be mad
win,
at the
all right,
Chiefs.
whatever. But the Bengals, you need the Bengals to win. Need the Bengals to win. So
I just want to be able to claim that I won the playoffs because
everything will come full circle. Don't worry.
Because as of right now, I think I've lost twice, 2 games.
I have to go back and look. I've actually been okay.
Because I lost the Bucks game. I lost the Bucks game, and I lost the Giants game. Let's see.
Bring it up while we wait for James before we switch over. So let's see. I got Buffalo right, Baltimore wrong, Jacksonville wrong. Fucking Jaguars. City right. Buffalo wrong. 3 wrong. Right. Actually, I'm perfect in the NFC. The AFC is fucking me up. I have a perfect NFC bracket.
I haven't lost to the AFC.
So me and Dylan are just the polar opposite.
I lost the Tampa and the Vikings.
Yeah. So there you go.
So I've only lost 2. So right now, I would say I'm winning the playoffs.
By 1 game.
Whether it's by an inch or a mile, sir, a win is a win. Yarg.
But I will say this. I will not be mad if we, as I told Dylan last week, the trash talk, if we get Eagles, Bengals, me and Dylan are just enemies for 2 weeks. We're just enemies for 2 weeks. Because I'm pulling up. I'm gonna find every piece of green I got. I'm pulling up full Eagles gear.
If you don't think I won't get a Joe Burrow jersey just for this, you are crazy.
You gotta get the orange.
The levels in which I am willing to take this.
Listen,
you gotta get an orange.
Don't doubt me and my man Jalen Hurts. All right,
but you know, all this don't mean nothing if y'all don't have a Super Bowl size bet.
It all depends. It has
to
be.
If we get here, then it might have to come to that. Because I'm telling you right now, I know who Dylan gonna pick. He know who I'm gonna pick. So it is what it is.
Yeah, we have to see that because if it goes my way, Mike's a loser, and
that would be the one game. That would be the game.
That would be the game. So let's see. He needs the Eagles to win. And that's a tall task.
We're gonna see. I have faith in Jalen Hurts. Welcome back, James. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. just making sure there. We are done with football.
Look at us, only an hour 45 minutes in. We're making great time.
Doing good. James didn't even know we was ready yet. He was over there in his own world. But we're gonna move right along. We're gonna move right into that basketball. Dylan, please tell me you have the clip ready.
I do.
We have to. We're not gonna sit here and play games. There's only one thing to talk about in the NBA for this past week, and that's my man Uncle Shay. Uncle Shay versus the world. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't, Usher. I bet you won't do it. I bet you won't. Shannon Sharp Friday. Yeah, it was Friday night.
Shout out to Shannon Sharp's fit, though. Shannon Sharp's fit was fire. It was
nice.
You saw the album cover?
Yes.
I saw the album cover. That's hilarious.
All because Dylan Brooks is a bitch.
All because Dylan. I thought it was him and Ja going at it.
Yeah.
Find out.
Whoa. Ja did kind of bark at the end. Like, he kind of came in at the last minute.
Dylan Brooks.
Too much dip on your chip.
And Dylan said some cornball shit in the locker room.
Well, Dylan is a cornball.
Yeah, he definitely is. No, not you,
but not you, but yeah.
That cornball spells his name Dillon. What a fucking loser. Fucking loser.
What?
I could pull that up. I'll get that ready.
Oh, but yes.
And then he was dressed up like fucking Brock Lesnar in the fucking. He had his beater tucked into his jeans. That fucking dork.
Tough guy. He's a tough guy.
Real tough guy. Real bitch.
Went to Oregon. Tough guy.
Ooh.
Tough guy.
Real tough cookie here.
So I will open it up. As we. Yeah.
Yo, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I'm not scared of that dude.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of that dude. I'm sorry.
He looks hella bitch, man.
I realize that he's like 6'4", 6'5", but I'm not scared of that dude. I'm not scared of that dude.
Regular.
And I promise you, Shannon Sharp's not afraid of him.
No, absolutely not.
Anthony, that's what happens when Drake is your primary fucking. This is what happens when Drake is how your culture has moved forward. You saw how nonchalant and just like passive he was being, just passive aggressive. That has Drake written all over it. That motherfucker loves Marvin's Room. Loves Marvin's Room. Player hater anthem of the fucking century. That man right there.
Untapped with his emotions.
Yeah. We're just jealous because we're not in touch with our fucking emotions. No, Drake is just fucking soft because he let his girl go and he's fucking messaging her when she's with somebody else. And you know damn well if some dude was texting your girl, like, I'm just saying you can do better, you'd be like, fucking pound sand. What are we doing? Kick rocks. You fucking clown.
I would laugh.
Exactly. You laugh in his face and be like, oh, he's real in touch with his emotions. Loves Marvin's Room. Fuck out of here.
Nah, but going back to why do people try to test Shannon Sharp? Like, that's not somebody you want to pick a fight with. I don't care how old he is. You don't want to pick a fight with Shannon Sharp.
To call him a pedestrian.
I know. Like, he won't walk into that locker room and tune his ass up. Like, come on,
Shannon
man.
Sharp has accomplished more in his field of expertise than Dylan Brooks ever will in his.
Could ever dream of.
Shannon Sharp is top 5 in his position all time. Ever.
And could make an argument for top 3. He could make an argument.
Well, he's definitely not top 5.
I wouldn't say he's top 5.
I wouldn't say he's top 3, but I'm saying I could make, if we want to play that game, I could make the argument. I can make the argument because he's got 3 rings. He's got 3 rings.
Wait, that's a quarterback argument. It's not a tight end argument.
That's a quarterback argument.
It helps with him because he was a key part in all 3 of those. He was
absolutely,
a key part
but
in all 3 of those.
He's not better than Tony Gonzalez. He's not better than Rob Gronkowski.
2.
Is he better than Kelsey?
Kelsey's coming.
I think Kelsey's there.
Kelsey's coming. He's coming hard. Wow,
pause.
Pause.
Whoa. Dylan, please edit that part out.
No, we're gonna make it louder. We're gonna emphasize.
Please edit that part out.
It's not a bright spot. Not a bright spot for you, buddy.
We got 2 pods where we just got ladder. We got 2 pods where these clips that I made are Mike just being xenophobe and just
climbing the ladder fast.
Not a bright spot.
Oh, and Antonio Gates.
Oh yeah, that's right, Antonio Gates.
I don't think you better than Shannon.
What?
I mean, you
what? Antonio Gates.
I don't think so.
Good day, Michael. We're talking basketball. We can't do this. We can't do this. We're not doing that.
Antonio Gates.
We'll have this conversation off air.
All right.
But as I was about to do, James, your thoughts on, I don't know if you was watching it live or if you saw it on Twitter, because Twitter blew up.
Oh, me and James were literally sending it back to back, except the first post that I posted got removed, and then James was there. I was like, "Fuck!" I wanted to break the scoop.
What was your thoughts at watching this? Because it was wild Friday night.
I mean, I feel like I feel like everybody knows Shannon to be a LeBron stan, but when this happened, it was like it had to be something else going on. It had to be something else going on. Something had to be said for Shannon to go off like this. So when I had made those posts, I was like, nah. Uncle Shay something had to be said disrespectful for Uncle Shay to say something. So I had to do some more research, and yeah, Dylan Brooks, man, he must have said something that ticked him off bad.
He said the magic.
Wasn't that like an F-bombs?
I'm trying to see if there's one. I have the videos here. I'm trying to see if there's one with subtitles that can show what he was saying. But I have the video of him just walking away talking crazy shit.
I mean, we can use that. It's up for your imagination. It was enough for him to go off. So
here we go.
Come over here and say it. Come over here and say that.
I love that shit he got on. That shit is fun.
Told you his fit was fire.
His fit is fire, man.
That's why he had to apologize to his stylist, Dylan.
Shout out to all those people who are pushing Steven Adams, and they are moving backwards.
And they're moving out. And to be fair, if I could be fair here, Steven Adams is the one actually who made this hot. Because had he not walked over there, they would have just yelled at each other for a minute, and that would have been it. Steven Adams going over there to walk over there, then all security was like, oh no. And,
it's a strong individual.
Steven Adams, Aquaman, is not to be played with.
I love shit like this. I know it doesn't look great when you're like a public figure to be doing that stuff, and you have to do what Shannon did and apologize for 6 minutes and apologize to fucking everybody. But no, I like seeing shit like that. I like when fans can get into it. Like, you should be able, as part of being a fan and attending games, like, you should be able to participate in the game a little bit. Just don't cross the line.
Normal pedestrians?
With normal pedestrians like Shannon Sharp. Just don't cross the line. And I don't think, if Dylan Brooks is over here talking shit the way he's talking shit to provoke Shannon, then they both cross the line. But you have to be able to be spirited. You're good spirited about it. Like, my favorite thing about, let's bring us back to Kevin Durant. When people talk shit to Kevin Durant just say, shut the fuck up and enjoy the game. Like, Kevin, you need to make this. Fuck you. Like, shit like that, I think is in good spirits. But that situation, and then he just ends up almost fighting Dylan Brooks, Ja Morant, and Steven Adams, and T.
And Ja's father.
I can promise you, Ja wanted.
Keep going.
Ja did not want any of that. Ja was just watching. And Ja's father absolutely. Y'all holding me, right? Y'all holding me.
Yeah. I'm a dog, but I can't go over there. I can't do that.
It's funny because if you play it back, Dylan, if you look, Ja Morant's father, T, he walks over there very, very quickly. And when he realizes that Shannon turns around and sees him and brings the attention to him, you will notice that he starts to back up very, very quickly. He's over there,
Let's watch this
and as Shannon is walking, he is making sure that little boy and that referee is very easily removing him from the situation because he wanted none of that smoke.
If Shannon wanted to, he could have got away from these fucking losers. He could have got away from those fucking losers. I've seen Shannon fucking work out. That dude benches 405 like it's nothing.
And to James,
and he got that stank on his face.
To James's credit, we only see Shannon on Undisputed with the suits on, and he's sitting down and he's just talking. And I don't think people, I think people forget, hey, that is a big man. Like, Shannon is not a small dude. If he wanted, if he wanted to, I absolutely believe he could have yoked up Dylan Brooks, Ja. He's just as big, if not bigger, than all of them. So, like, that's
mass wise, yeah. Height wise, no, but yeah.
Let's not get it twisted. But I'm willing to bet he's stronger than
all of them, but Steven Adams probably.
Well, yeah, Steven Adams is the only human that would have just moved Shannon.
Oi, Shannon, what do you got going on over there?
Calm down, mate. Calm down. But yeah, no, I absolutely did not want that smoke. But how do we? Because I don't know about
that was fun because that sparked like fun. this Laker rally because Lakers ended up winning that game.
I don't think it sparked it because the Grizzlies. It sparked the Grizzlies because they promptly went up after that, and then the Lakers. I don't know what was said, but they started playing, and then the Grizzlies started doing dumb shit.
LeBron started doing that for Shannon.
And nothing to me was funnier than the end of the game, that last second heat. The whole last 30 seconds of that game was wild. But I forget which Grizzlies player it was that stepped out of bounds right in front of Shannon, and Shannon was right there. He stepped out. He stepped out. No, game over. He stepped out of bounds. Gotta love it. What vindication for Shannon and LeBron fans everywhere. Anthony, that was our night.
The weird thing about it is having LeBron have to defend Shannon in the press conference. That was weird.
It was weird, but it was hilarious because of all of the Twitter memes about how much it hurt Skip Bayless because LeBron has never
acknowledged him.
Never acknowledged him. And for him, it already burned when he gave Shannon a hug a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
But now for this, I know that Skip had a rough weekend because the Cowboys took
Skip had a very rough weekend. Skip,
that happened.
My favorite part was that the Skip Bayless wearing Shannon's glasses clip from earlier.
That was funny.
That was so fucking funny.
That was funny.
And I would love for them to do a callback to that with the Cowboys. Do it too because man, he's like, oh wow, I see Tom Brady stinks. That was great. That's very self-aware of Skip to do. I would
love. Skip ever had a conversation with LeBron?
No, not that we know of.
No. He spent his whole career hating on him. Why would you want to talk to somebody who does nothing but hate?
Hate. I think we got close when he started talking about Bronny, and then he stopped.
Yep.
It's very interesting.
Wait, didn't Savannah address him?
Yes.
Savannah
has addressed him before.
Yeah, Savannah has, yeah.
Years ago.
Because that's the same thing with Skip. Like, he entices people and he antagonizes a lot of people, and then they eventually address him, and, he feeds off that shit. But I think what really just fucks him up is that he never has been able to get LeBron to do it.
Burns him up. It burns him up that he cannot get that attention that he wants so badly. So
I would love for when LeBron's career is over for him to sit down and do something with Skip. That would be
that would be
hilarious.
Skip is old as hell, so that needs to hurry up.
That's true, but Skip is probably in better shape than all of us combined.
Skip is about to be in the generational hate where he's about to hate on LeBron James his whole career and then start to hate on his kids.
Watch him do the complete 180 and absolutely love Bronny. Bronny can do no wrong.
Is Bronny better than his dad?
Is Bronny better than I've never seen his dad do this before.
Oh my God, he's gonna be doing
Bronny
all
at
that.
17 is already doing more than his namesake.
I actually could see that happening.
I also can because it's the ultimate troll job.
But that's his problem though. When Skip gets into that super troll, it's not even convincing territory sometimes. It's like that's when he starts losing it. It's like, dude, of course he's not going to even respond to that. He's not going to address because he knows you don't even believe what you're saying. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why is he going to? Like, seriously.
As he tried to say that the Cowboys would have won the game if Dak didn't miss that pass or that Cooper Rush would have won the game on Sunday, which is
he said that. Yeah, he also said that dumb shit. Cooper Rush would have won that. God,
ridiculous. But Cowboy fans are just irrational.
I mean, Dakota's trash, but at the end of the day, Cooper Rush would have won
that. But shout out to James's Kings. They are on a
40
roll.
win.
They are on a roll.
Third in the West.
They are riding.
They're doing really good.
Hashtag 40 wins.
They're doing really good right now. I will give it to them.
It's looking
like. It's kind of looking that way, unfortunately.
Kinda. That's over.
Well, hopefully James will have the compassion that Ross had and put me on the page. So.
No,
bro! You better just start saving $1 a week.
I want James to change it and make you spin the wheel. That's what I really want. I know you're not man enough for that, Anthony.
Yeah,
especially when he sees the wheel.
Yes,
yeah, but
we will be spinning the wheel tonight, Anthony. You'll get to see. You'll get a sneak preview of your future.
I forgot we have people who hate Drake on this pod. They're not.
I don't hate Drake. Hearts. I hate your fan.
There's no compassion here at all. So I understand.
All I'm saying is you got into an argument with the wrong one. That's all I will say here. You got into an argument with the wrong one who will call you out on bullshit when it's there. When you're trying to tell me Marvin's Room is a song, a compassionate, emotional song, when he's literally just saying, break up with your boyfriend, I deserve you. That's stupid.
It's not an emotional song?
No, he's just an idiot. He's a loser. Again, Drake has never said anything more meaningful than Kanye by himself in one line saying, I don't know how I'm going to manage if one day you up and leave. That's it. That's the most vulnerable you could possibly be.
Simping is very emotional.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Who hurt you that you resonate with Marvin's Room so much?
No,
who hurt you, Anthony?
This is not even about me specifically. Everyone resonated with Marvin's Room when that shit came out. Well, yeah, except you.
The best thing is Anthony yesterday being like, what were you listening to in 2011 when Marvin's Room came out? I was like, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Silence. Crickets.
Yeah. Let the crickets go. I have nothing to
An album better than anything Drake has ever put out.
I have nothing to say to this. Aren't we on basketball right now? Can we get back to basketball?
You brought it here.
Sure.
God forbid you have to defend your point.
I know. James, Dylan, do you still want to...
Look.
Do y'all still want to stay on this? LeBron is going to break the record at the Garden thing. You've got basically a week left. Because
I have to stand on it because it was one of my my predictions.
It's not happening.
How far behind is it? Like 220?
How many points does he need to score
coming into tonight? Coming
it's
into
like
tonight,
220. I think
234. He's got like 30 now, so he should be under 200 right now.
What are you?
He's looking at me because he thinks that means he's gonna get it, but he's not gonna get it.
In what world do I get that?
It's not gonna happen.
Mike,
I'm
if
sorry.
If LeBron breaks that record at MSG, just give me the speaky.
It's not.
Just give me the speaky now. Just give it to me now.
He would have to average 44. They did it on TNT before the game started tonight. He'd have to average 44.
What is he at right now?
I don't know how much he has tonight right now. I'm pretty sure he's in the 30s. I'll tell you right now. He has
Jeez, this team's really ain't playing defense this year.
Oh shit.
What does he got?
Shit.
What does he got, Mike?
He's got 46.
Oh man, you know what I was gonna say? If you would have said he had 37, I said, Mike, you better hope LeBron doesn't drop a couple 50 burgers in this run. And here we are.
He's got 46, and they're down 20.
By how? And how much time's left?
A minute 45. He's out the game. It's
Okay,
over.
all right. Yeah, you better hope Braun doesn't have a couple 50 burgers in him by the time he gets to MSG.
Yeah, that's gonna be
1, 2, 3. They're 4 games away, Dylan.
That's gonna be tough, Dylan.
He's not gonna do it.
Would it be surprising to you if LeBron scored 50 points in
He's
4
gonna
straight
score
games?
50 on Boston?
He could.
He'll most likely get it in Indiana.
Is it out of the realm of possibility? Would it shock you if LeBron James scored 50 in Boston, a place he has terrorized for a while?
It wouldn't shock me, but
it's completely out of the realm of possibility of LeBron scoring 50.
If he scored 50 in San Antonio their next game, 50 in Boston, that's 100. He still would be 80 points away.
And then what if he scored 50 in Boston?
So he's no in
how many points?
It's San Antonio, Boston, Brooklyn, New York.
San Antonio, Boston, Brooklyn, New York.
How many points does he need added?
He needs about 180 points.
If he scores 50 a game for the next 3 games, he only will need 30 points going to New York. Going into MSG.
And the Brooklyn, New York is a back-to-back. Like,
oh yeah, that's true.
It's not gonna happen.
It's gonna be in Indiana.
It's gonna be on this road trip.
Michael,
I wish he could do it at home.
It can happen.
It's gonna be in Indiana. It's not. It's the Nick game is too close.
I'm telling you right now, if this happens, I'm going to be unbearable.
You better hope he goes off against the Spurs. Off.
If anybody can do it, it's LeBron James.
LeBron James. He has to go off against San Antonio. So you better be locked in Wednesday night. And tomorrow, another back. Dylan, it's over.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Over. They play tomorrow.
50 burgers.
He scored 46 tonight. I don't know how many minutes he played.
50 points.
6 seconds left on the clock. LeBron's already walking to the locker room.
James got 40 wins. I got 50 points.
Hey, man. Anything is possible with LeBron, but I don't think he'll be able to do that.
Hey, positive vibes only. Positive vibes only.
10th straight win versus the Lakers. I don't know what it is with these bottom feeder franchises beating up on the big brother, but this shit's got to stop.
You didn't know that the Lakers are the bottom feeder franchise?
Well, yeah, they haven't beat the Clippers in a while.
10 in a row. 10 in a row now.
Well, that Clippers team was made to beat the Lakers, so it doesn't surprise me. That team was made to play against the Lakers.
What's so crazy is this Lakers team is bad. They're still only like a game out of the play-in.
Yeah,
that's why I wish. Insane.
That's why I wish Roz was here to complain and moan and groan
Roz
about the Lakers.
What is David's timetable?
What, a couple weeks? 2 weeks, right?
No, not even a couple weeks. He'll be back on that road trip.
No, KD's 2 weeks. Oh,
KD's
Davis gonna.
No, Davis is like a week or so.
Yeah, AD
Oh,
will
wow.
be back. AD will be back on that road trip. He'll be back before
That
the
man
All-Star
could
break.
just stay healthy.
If he could just stay
Just-
healthy.
Just stay healthy, man. Like you got LeBron playing lights out. You got Westbrook.
The Lakers, but the problem is the Lakers aren't playing horrible. They are just missing Anthony Davis.
That's what I'm saying. Like
If they can keep this level of play up,
it must be infuriating for Lakers fans. It must be infuriating for the fan base because this motherfucker can't stay healthy.
And LeBron's doing God's work in year 20.
Everything in his power.
Like that's crazy. What he's doing in year 20 is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Anthony, give him some credit. I just wanted to hear you.
I do give him credit. I do give him credit.
No, he's averaging, I think, 11 points more than anybody else who has played 20 seasons in the NBA. Nobody has averaged more than 17 points in year 20.
After 35.
But we also have to address the current state of today's NBA.
There it is.
Yeah. We're not gonna give the man too much credit.
He's literally having the same. He's literally on par with the rest of his career. Like what he's doing. It's
again, we still have to address the current state of the NBA.
What is the current state of the NBA?
Every fucking score at the end of the game is like 140 to like 128. All right,
Anthony, are we going to ignore that? It's been like that for the last 5 years.
We're going to ignore that people aren't playing defense. It's getting progressively worse every single year.
Are we going to ignore that it's been like that for 5+ years, and the only time you see defense is in the playoffs?
It's been getting worse every single year.
So I don't know if you understand this about basketball or about the NBA itself. It's entertaining. It's supposed to be entertainment.
It was entertaining back then when the score was like 86 to 88.
No,
but then again, I like defense.
No. I like defense too, but that's actually proven wrong. That's why they adjust.
No, I said I.
What they are. You, yeah. But I'm just saying in general, offense equals eyes and offense equals ratings, right? That's why the league is the way it is now. That's why they got rid of hand checking and all this stuff, and you have to stay in front of people. They don't let you touch nobody because it's going to impede the offensive side of the game. The problem here isn't that there's so much offense. It's just they don't let the guys play defense the way they're supposed to or the way they should. So I do agree they should be playing more defense, but you can't say the state of the league when this has been the state of the league for over a decade at this point almost.
Over a decade?
Yeah. You didn't see this about for the better part of a decade. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say over a decade, but for the better part of a decade, once like 2013, 2014 hit, everything was explosive offense, analytics, 3-point shot, bang, 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 140 points a game.
I blame Curry.
Well, yeah, that's kind of how who you have to blame because he's lightning in a bottle. He changed the NBA. He changed how the NBA is played. But hey, it does not going to change the fact that Giannis can still score 50 because Giannis don't play like that.
Yeah, did that hurt your feelings to admit that, Dylan? Did that hurt?
No. He still travels every fucking possession.
Yes.
All these travels that the refs never call.
You know what? We have screen share.
Oh, Anthony, why?
Mike, I just had to put it out there. I mean,
I was just about to change the topic. Why? we was getting out of here. Well, while he's digging,
I have to find a clip. It's just him pulling up for threes.
You got anything to add, James? So you don't think he's gonna do? Do you think he's gonna do it on the road trip, or do you think he's gonna do it after the road trip?
What is the Lakers schedule?
It's the Spurs. Well, today technically. Well, yeah, today. And then, is it Brooklyn or is there a team before Brooklyn?
No, it's so they play the Spurs. Then the road trip is Boston,
Celtics, right?
Boston, yeah. Brooklyn, New York, Indiana, New Orleans. That's the road trip.
It's going to be Indiana.
Then they come home to play the Thunder.
What's the official point count?
I don't know yet.
You said 180, right?
It's about 180. Yeah, it's around there. If my math was, it would be around 180.
When you take into account back-to-back,
The back-to-backs hurt.
Yeah. It's gonna be Indiana.
Because he might not play tomorrow.
Oh, if he doesn't play tomorrow, okay.
I'm just saying. I'm speculating. I don't know.
Braun to score 100.
But
will it into existence.
James, did you like the trade that they made today? Well, because we're speculating. We don't know. Did you like the Rui trade today?
Yeah, I don't see him doing it. I see him doing it after. I see him doing it.
Yeah, that's right.
February. I mean, he can try to push for it, and the NBA may try to help him with it, but
Braun to score
I just
100.
don't. I just don't see it. It's too many points in a short period of time, and AD is not going to come. They're not going to force him to come back, which will help. It will actually will benefit his situation if AD doesn't come back because he has to put up more points.
Yeah,
but it's just a little too much. Just a little too much. If the Knicks were playing the game on February 2nd, which is the Lakers Pacers game, then I say that will be the game that he will do it. But yeah, 5 games. He needs 5 games.
You got him doing it in 5. Okay. I'm holding out hope that it's going to be 7 because I would much rather him do it at home than do it in Indiana or do it in New Orleans.
Yeah, but that would include a few low scoring outputs, like for him to do it in 7.
So
I mean, get him some
Travel.
Get him some rest games.
That wasn't a travel.
Oh no! Before he did it, watch.
I saw the one before that.
That travel.
Wait.
Let's replay it again in slow motion, fellas. Watch that foot right there. Oh, it's up before the ball hits. Travel.
Oh my god!
That's a turnover.
How many more clips do you have?
No, that's enough. That's enough.
Oh,
No, that's
okay,
enough.
okay.
I was about to say, do you want me to make a collage or a fucking video compilation of me telling you every time Giannis fucking travels because Dev still hasn't done it?
That is absolutely.
Get in the lab, Dev.
Do we like the trade the Lakers made today?
I do. Rui gives them a different aspect. They can run him at center and play a small ball and have him shoot 3. But
Okay.
I don't know a lineup. What you got rid of Kendrick Nunn and a couple second-round picks? Like Kendrick Nunn stinks. Like I like
Dylan
the idea of Rui.
Dylan, as much as he hates that his Nets doesn't have a center, he loves putting a 3 forward as a center. He loves saying,
He's
bro,
6'10".
Is he really? He's like
Yes.
probably 6. He feels like he's 6'8".
No, he's 6'10". The idea of a spacing lineup, which teams run all the time. Imagine me running congruently with what the league does in a circumstance. Wow. Can't believe I'm fucking crazy. But no, I like the idea of getting him in there because he's a bigger guy who could shoot. Like 35% last year in the games he played, he shot like what, 44% from 3. They need better shooters. So it's gonna help.
He's 6'8", 230.
I don't believe that.
I'm looking at it right now on ESPN.
Well, if teams can run PJ Tucker at center, they can run Rui Hachimura at center.
The PJ Tucker.
That's all I'm saying. But no, even still, if you put him in a lineup out there, he can space it out. You need more wings. Kendrick Nunn wasn't doing shit. It's a win-win trade.
He ran away with the money.
But they got him. They traded for him to extend him because apparently the Warriors and Rui weren't going to agree to an extension.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they moved on from him for what seems like nothing.
Good. They absolutely gave him up for nothing.
Like, yeah, Kendrick Nunn's a body, but Kendrick Nunn's probably not going to be on that roster next week.
LeBron James needs 178 points. Thank you, TNT. Not going to do it, Dylan.
Still saying Indiana.
Not going to do it.
New York is too close.
He could do it. I believe in Bron.
He has to average 45 points a game.
He got this. Standing on it, Mike. I want my speaky.
I mean, what happens if you
definitely got to get down the speaky if that actually does that.
over James's 40 wins?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
As much as I love 40 wins,
James, they just
much as I love
but it's not to shit on it, but it's just saying, like, for LeBron to pull it off in New York, he would have to literally go on a incredible scoring run. Like, incredible to achieve that in New York. So yeah, you'd have to give them that speakeasy.
As much as I love 40 wins.
I tried. James.
What would happen is in my acceptance speech, I would say, as great as I am, James still deserves a ton of credit, and I will share this speaky.
I will share this award with him.
So you do have some compassion.
And they'd pan the camera over to me, and I'd be standing there like the fan in Philadelphia that got kicked out.
It's just me appreciating my own greatness and then acknowledging yours.
Anthony, did you have any thoughts on the trade? Nope.
I didn't even know who Rui Hachimura was.
No, actually, I've heard of him.
One of
Great
two
Gonzaga
Japanese players in the NBA.
Gonzaga player.
Or players of Japanese descent.
Yes, Anthony, he's not black. He's Japanese.
He's half.
He's black, but yeah.
He's black. Yeah, he's black.
Yeah, I mean, but until you hear him talk, he has a strong Japanese accent.
Yes, he does. And he plays for the Japanese national team, from what I understand.
Yeah. I don't know what y'all talking about. He is Asian.
Like, once he starts talking, he's like, Horizwala.
That man is black.
But I like Rui. I think he has game. I think he didn't have the opportunity to display that really in Washington.
Too many guys.
A little
over there.
But also a little bit of his part too, because he didn't want to play half of his career there as well with the vaccine going on. So that was a big play on it. But I think he has a lot of upside. I think his game reminds me of Kawhi Leonard. He's a 6'8", 3. He's a defensive guy and plays mid-range basketball. But haven't had there's not much tape on him because of him not playing much.
He plays out there in Atlantis, and I don't nobody watch the Wizards.
Kyle Kuzma got something to say about that.
Yeah, and then ask next year when he's not on that team.
Exactly.
No,
they already said that he's not up for trade talks.
Yeah, he's not up for trade, but he also is a free agent at the end of the year, and he doesn't want to play there.
He's out.
Yeah, they're trying to take him off. The worst thing they can do is keep him. But hey,
I can't. I mean, they would have to max him because I can't see Kuz staying for any reason other than that.
Kuz wants to go to a big market.
Rightfully so. But I don't think he would turn down a max contract though. If they're dumb enough to give it to him.
If they're dumb enough to give it to him, but that just means somebody else will give it to him too. If you think somebody is stupid, there's always somebody even more stupid on the other side. There's always someone.
All right, we're done with the NBA. This topic serves two purposes. One, because as I state all the time, This is Speak On It podcast, everything in sports and more. We do this for the culture. And two, just so Anthony can have his 5 minutes, I'm just gonna let him go. You can solo screen him, Dylan, if you want to, because this weekend Drake gave a performance at the famed Apollo Theater, and it was all the rave. And since Drake is Anthony's king,
just totally not playing, by the way.
You absolutely got this earlier today.
Yes.
No recap? You don't have no recap on the performance at the Apollo?
I was getting into it. You know, you gotta prepare yourself for Drake. This ain't no any old bummy artist like Kanye West. Like, come on, like you gotta.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. Say what you want about Kanye as a person. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. This man sent a video of Drake in a bed, and he's just started simping over him.
Just going crazy. That's why I was ready for him to just go ahead, Anthony. Go have your fun.
Y'all not on that OVO life. It's okay. It's okay.
I don't simp over a Canadian 30-something-year-old man who puts hearts into his hair. Who makes mid music.
Dylan, you're just mad and bitter that Kanye doesn't have a song better than Tuscan Leather. It's okay, Dylan. It's okay. It's okay.
What?
That's a fact.
What?
It's a fact. FACT.
You said Kanye doesn't have a song better than Tuscan Leather?
Yes, Kanye.
Yeah, Dylan. What? I don't think
I would take every single song on Late Registration over Tuscan Leather, and every single song on College Dropout. I would take every single song on I would take the skits on College Dropout over Tuscan Leather. I would take all of Graduation over Tuscan Leather. I would take.
He said I would take the skits over Tuscan Leather.
I'll take all of 808s and Heartbreak over Tuscan Leather.
You want to talk about emotional? What about
808s and Heartbreaks? Is fucking awesome.
What's that? What's that, Anthony? What's that in? What's that album?
It's a good album.
I will take all of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy over.
I don't hate Kanye's music. I already told y'all which Kanye albums I love personally. For me, I just don't think he's a better artist than Drake. And I think it's actually offensive to think he's a better artist than Drake. I find that very offensive.
Kanye.
Hold on.
Two bad albums.
Hold on. When we talk about So Far Gone, we talk about Drake's first album, Thank Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. Fuck it, we'll even bring up his Care package. Yes, the one with all his unreleased songs and songs that he remastered that were also classics. His 4 p.m. series, his fucking 8 p.m. series, all his just endless number of hits that he has. Like, where do I finish? Like, there is no finish with Drake.
Late Registration, Graduation, 808s and Heartbreak, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy,
God.
Watch the Throne,
Jesus,
Good Music, everything he did with A Good Summer, all those mixtapes, and then the whole album that he did.
He doesn't write his lyrics.
Good music as well.
Doesn't write his lyrics.
Do you not remember?
Neither does Drake.
Drake writes his lyrics.
No.
There's actual proof.
You'll never win this argument, Dylan. If you
I can literally drop articles in the chat of other artists and producers who have literally described Drake's writing process in the studio.
It's vice versa, though.
But it's the same thing.
You can't do it for Kanye.
Yes, you can.
Kanye literally said he doesn't write. Like, this is not some type of.
It has been proven that Drake doesn't write all of his lyrics.
Oh, Of course, no rapper writes all their fucking lyrics.
Then why are you using that as an argument?
But Drake writes a majority of his music, just like every other.
So if he doesn't write 100% of his music,
Kanye writes
why does
none
it
of
matter?
his music. Kanye writes none of his music.
He didn't write College Dropout?
No.
All of the college series.
Those first 3 albums, those albums that you love to give credit to, he did.
Pusha T and Consequence. Those are 2 known artists.
Later on, they have written for him, yes, but not in the College Dropout, late registration, graduation. They didn't do that. And if you want to be fucking really frank about Drake, running from Pusha T in that smoke. Running from Kanye's lapdog, Pusha T. Running.
No. I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. Pusha T bodied. He got bodied by Pusha
running.
T. He took an L. He definitely took an L on that.
Running. So until Drake responds back to anything,
he's not gonna respond back to that shit.
Then he's just a bitch.
No. But hold on, wait.
Your emotions.
Wait. He was actually going to respond back to Pusha T. But
here's Jay Prince coming and saving the day.
But that's a fact, though. That's what happened. Jay Prince told him not to respond back.
I don't care. Anthony, here's the thing. I don't care. I don't care. You think Jay Prince would have stopped Nas and Jay-Z?
Probably would.
No, hell no. Hell no.
Drake was looking
Jay
for
Prince
a reason.
Stop Pusha if he wanted to. Pusha said, nobody can tell me chill. Nobody could tell me chill about nothing. Nobody could have told me chill about none of that. It could have been anybody. Anybody can get it. Nobody can tell me to chill.
Drake could go ahead and stay in his emotional lane, but as an artist, there is no Drake without Kanye West at all. And there's no Drake without Kanye West influences at all. So I don't want to hear none of that. Because the most underappreciated, let's go to, he doesn't even make all his own beats. Go find me a top producer who doesn't get collaborations from other producers. And I will call you a liar.
No.
And I will call you a liar.
We're talking ghost producers. You know what a ghost producer is?
I know what a ghost producer is, and I can guarantee you all of your top producers that you enjoy also have them.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about other producers.
But
I'm just talking
here's
about
the thing, we're not going to use shit like that against somebody.
Because Dr. Dre had ghost producers.
We're not going to use ghost writing and ghost producers.
Yeah, of course, right. Everybody knows Dr.
We're not going to use ghost writers and ghost producers as a way to devalue art because it doesn't make a difference. There's a reason why Sci-Hi to Prince isn't bigger than he actually was because his pen is crazy. He just couldn't write for himself. And if it was all about your talent and how well you write, there's been a million people who are way, 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 way bigger than they actually are.
Drake wrote most of his hits. Kanye didn't, Dylan. That's just a fact.
Again, the 3-album run of College Dropout, Late Registration, and Graduation.
He did not write those.
Go find me.
I will literally find you when we get off here. I'll find you.
No, here's the thing: you're gonna say that, and then you're gonna go off and do something else, and not come back to me. Just like when you said you were going to dig into the chat about finding all the bets that we do. You completely abandoned that.
That's a lot harder to do. For this, I will. You can hold me to my word. I will literally find you the articles where he didn't write.
Your word means nothing here because you just will figure something else out as a reason why not to do it. But when I go,
let's make
an article.
Then let's make a bet then.
That Drake doesn't write his shit. You will just say cap. That's all you will ever say.
But that's not true though.
Cap.
It is.
That's not true.
You literally do.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Clockwork.
Why are you lying?
The typical Anthony Dylan at 2 hours and 33 minutes. I want you to go just randomly scroll the chat, stop, screenshot what it is. It's probably Anthony saying cap to facts and then saying, but that's not true, LOL. I want to put
Why are
one
you
here,
lying?
one here,
Why are
and
you
then
lying?
so
It's
Dylan,
not
I want
true,
you to
though.
cover all of our faces with different captions from the group chat stating what we have just said. I know I'm creating extra work for myself, but that's fine. But at the 2 hour and 33-minute mark, 2 hour and 34-minute mark, I will be covered, Mike will be covered, Anthony will be covered, and James will be covered by a portion of the chat that exposes Anthony's bullshit. If you guys would like to help me and send me your screenshots, I will gladly accept them.
Y'all don't like.
Hey, Anthony.
Dylan, I get it. You lie a lot in the chat, Dylan.
I have never
you
lied.
Don't need to. You don't need to lie on the pod. Like, come on, like, what are we doing?
I literally just said I would provide proof.
Hey, Anthony.
I would love to see that proof, Dylan. I can't wait to see that.
Hey, Anthony.
You're gonna show me Quentin Miller giving Drake a couple lines on some songs? Is that what you're gonna? Is that your proof?
Hey, Anthony.
Yes.
You don't like answering to me. You know that.
No, I do like answering to you. Just Dylan trying to come at the sixth guy. I don't like that.
Because your
you
fandom is weird.
Yeah. You know that esteemed So Far Gone album that you like so much?
Yeah.
Mimicked after My Dark Twisted Fantasy. Mimicked.
Okay. What's the point?
He even rapped on a few of his beats on that album.
Yeah.
Create a concept.
No, that's what. I'm not disagreeing with the influence and all that stuff, but he's still better. Just because someone got if I got influence,
better? But why is he better?
So if you're a better artist, why are you mimicking another artist that you are so called better than?
James, are you serious? No idea is original. Every artist is taken from other artists. That goes back to the 80s, man.
But why is he better?
Yes. People are influenced easily.
People say Tupac is the greatest rapper of all time, but Tupac was literally under Big Daddy Kane. Nobody ever says Kane is better. Nobody ever says any of those people are better. And Tupac literally learned from these people. He was nobody's going on tour with these people, and they put him on before anyone ever knew about Tupac. But everyone's going to say, oh, Tupac. Come on. Everybody learned under somebody, influenced, got their starter from somebody. Like, come on. You can't, like, at the end of the day, yes.
Why is Drake better than Kanye?
Why is Drake better than Kanye?
Why is Drake better than Kanye?
For me personally, it starts off with how much influence do you have under your own music? And Drake actually writes his music. He doesn't write.
Again, you cannot hold people accountable for the creation process because whether you can't. Why is that? But why is that like a big criteria? Because when you go into every
why is that a big criteria?
No, here's the thing: when you go into every R&B genre, right? Every artist in
R&B. It's different. Not the same.
It's not. It's one thing if you're sit here and tell me Drake is spitting.
That is not the same. You know
bars when
Dylan,
he's not.
That's not the same.
Because he's not a rapper. So you're not going to sit here.
Oh, really?
And tell me he's spitting
5 a.m. in Toronto, 4 p.m. in Calabasas.
He is not a rapper.
Huh?
He's not.
Really?
You think he's sitting here spitting actual bars to the extent of a guy like Pusha T?
Weston Road flows. Jesus Christ, that was a bad song.
We're going to sit here and say Drake
is
a rapper. He's not.
See, Pound Cake, he wasn't spitting on that song. The Light featuring Jay-Z.
No, Drake is a overrated rapper. Overrated.
Oh, overrated now. Now he's overrated.
Overrated rapper.
I love Anthony's.
Oh my God, overrated rapper.
I wouldn't go that far of an extent because he can really, really rap. And if I put together a mixtape of his 4 p.m.s and 3 p.m.s and 8 a.m.s and 6 a.m.s and stuff like that, you got an argument against anybody that's a rapper. But as far as like his influence, where it comes from a lot of different artists. It comes from a lot of different people as well. He has a lot of people sit in the rooms just like the other guys too.
Look at Anthony trying to be quiet.
I can't single him out. I can't single him out because he does what every other artist does as well. So as far as like him not doing those things and him being an anomaly. That's just not true, Anthony. True.
Anthony tries to make Drake seem like he's this mythical figure.
Dylan, you just said he
it
can't
makes me hate
spit.
Drake. No, because everything you tell me, every time you root for something, it makes me hate it. And it's so infuriating. Your fan is so infuriating how you like simp over things. Because I don't hate Drake, but you make me hate Drake.
Dylan, you posted like the same Joe Burrow video like 3 times, and you talking about me simping over people. What are we talking about here?
You go overboard all the time with everything you like.
Your shit is tasteful.
Yeah, my shit's in tasteful spurts. We haven't heard me talk about Joe Burrow in over a year. I'm allowed a couple weeks of the year to root for Joe Burrow. Every time you root for something, it's the Knicks are going to the fucking NBA Finals, the Raiders are going to the Super Bowl, the fucking Reds are going to win fucking 4 games. And,
which they did.
Win 4 games and Drake's the GOAT. He's not. Like, the way you root for shit is crazy.
John, who are your top 5, like, in your opinion, GOAT rappers?
Like, who I like the most, or, like, who do I think is the best?
Yeah, like, who do you think is the best? Like, top 5.
Because that is two different.
Two different, very much so arguments. I'm not as well versed as I once was, because I kind of stick into my little bubble here. But
it's okay, nothing in the last 5 years would qualify.
No, I don't like that anyway. I don't like that anyway. Nas, Hove, Big Daddy Kane, KRS, and I'm gonna go personal here. Give my boy Q-Tip.
That's actually a very good list. I can't even disagree.
Respectable.
That's a very good list.
I like the 5.
Yes, my favorite is different. It's much different because I value Kanye as a creator way more than probably anybody else, because there's just a magic in the way he does things that it just blends together well. His ideas of sampling and what he does with harmonies and bringing the reverb on specific harmonies is a Kanye touch that not a lot of people can mimic. It's a very signature thing that he does in a similar way where like Timberland has his sound and Pharrell has his sound. And it works well with 95% of what he tries to do. So it's like, I will never sit here like, and I like Drake. You make me hate him. I'm not a Drake stan. I've never been a Drake stan because I think Drake has much more mid in his catalog than people like to realize. Especially recently. Recent Drake has been very mid. Very mid.
21. Why should do something for
like
me?
I would say since Scorpion, everything there since been like mid. I do not like Scorpion at all, and nothing after that really. But that's why I can't take the Drake Kanye West argument. Like I will die for that argument, because Kanye is so influential to everything that is being touched musically now. Not saying Drake isn't, but Kanye hit Drake's generation and has moved forward. So
I don't know. Top 5 is just, it's so tough. You ask like 10 different people, you're gonna get 10 different.
You're gonna get different answers all the time, and people who don't know what to talk about are gonna give you the Biggies, the Pacs, and the Eminems.
Yeah, like I honestly, for me, it's just like it's Nas, it's Lord Finesse, Big Daddy Kane, Ice Cube, and that last one.
Q-Tip.
Nah, I gotta put Rakim in that last one. I love Q-Tip, but I gotta put Rakim there.
Big Tribe Called Quest guy. Love Tribe Called Quest. Thank you, MLB The Show 2005. Award tour. And the Wayans Brothers.
Wayans Brothers.
Electronic relaxation. Yeah, and then you get into other video games that have got me into the cool kids. Big cool kids guy. Sir Michael Rocks. Sir Michael Rocks and Chuck English.
Yeah.
Those are my guys.
I used to love the Cool Kids a lot.
The album they put out a couple years ago was actually very fucking good. It was very refreshing to hear them put music out again. I used to go on DatPiff and download Chuck English's instrumentals and just walk around listening to them because they were so fucking relaxing and good. I love it. So underrated as a producer, Chuck English. So underrated as a producer. And then my obvious J. Cole.
That was a good callback. Cool Kids. Wow.
Love the Cool Kids because MLB 2K, and you could do NBA 2K, I think it was 8, Black Mags.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That was a good time.
It was a good time for some pretty good music that wasn't like super out there because then you had Pac Div with Lil B in them.
Oh God.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
Lupe Fiasco's run in that time too.
Lupe.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Lupe.
James will tell you about my fandom with Lupe.
I love Lupe, man.
I was heavy on Lupe.
The Cool is my favorite album. I love The Cool.
Yeah. Yep. One of my favorite albums.
Great album. Great album. Found Lupe, NBA Live 2005, Kick Push.
Oh yeah.
Found Lupe and Need for Speed.
I need to listen to more Kid Cudi.
Cudi's good.
I'm not
a massive Cudi guy, but Cudi's some of his shit's really fucking good. Man on the Moon is really good.
That
Man is really fucking good.
Man on the Moon, I love that shit.
I would say Cudi's mid though.
I can't get past the humming in the morning no more. That's it.
Yeah, I can only take it for so long, but I respect Cudi. Cudi's got some good shit, a lot of good shit, and I liked Moon on fucking Donda. That was good because it was good in spurts to have something like that, and I thought it was really good contextually.
Yeah, I like when I can only have him in a small dosage. I like when he works with Travis Scott. I feel like when he works with Travis Scott, you get a really good feel with Kid Cudi.
Oh,
That's only because I think Travis Scott is from that sound. Yeah. But I actually liked the album he had with Kanye.
What, Kids See Ghosts?
Yeah.
I didn't
actually
really
that was a good fucking album.
I didn't really listen to
it.
Yeah,
I actually liked it. I liked
it. I go into spurts with music where I decide I don't want to listen to music, and then I just listen to a bunch of music. Like yesterday when we were arguing
good summer albums.
When we were going through our argument yesterday, that was like the first time I really listened to music in fucking months.
Dylan was like, I gotta get back in the lab.
I was in my bag yesterday. I was in my bag yesterday.
Too much shit.
When we were arguing yesterday, I was deep in my Louis, deep in my bag, just going. And I was all hopped up on Drake hate and pre-workout. I was at the gym. I was running. Like I don't run. I'm sitting here and I'm running, listening to music. I'm like, I forgot how much music can help me like actually like do shit. So here I am on a Kanye kick again, and I'm probably gonna go through my J. Cole kick again, and I should probably listen to Kids See Ghost because I went through my Corday phase a while back, like a couple months ago too, and I really like Corday.
Future Daddy.
Oh yeah, he's the one who okay.
Naomi Osaka.
No, you could say it. He's Naomi Osaka's boyfriend. It's not the other way around. He's her boyfriend. he is infinitely more successful than him. He is her boyfriend.
2 million versus 51 million.
Hey man, Corday's a smart dude.
Very smart dude.
I was not even just for Naomi Osaka. I was listening to him speak and like articulate like business and shit to him. I was like, yo, this he's got his shit together. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of people that age that really like just understand and get it. And he gets it. So good. Kudos to fucking him. And he did something with FIFA a couple years ago where he got into that market and had like his own like ultimate team that you got to play against. I was like, oh, that's global shit. That's not just North America. That's a global shit that's gonna pop up on everybody's game. I was like, that's different level marketing that a lot of guys don't do.
Don't
Does anybody else play FIFA?
Me.
But that goes
Oh, you
back
play
to
FIFA?
I don't play it like religiously like these fucking UK dorks do, but I do play FIFA every year. I enjoy FIFA.
Me and James tried FIFA 1 year, never again.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I now that I understand it, I might play it more often. Like I downloaded it I have the last year's version on the P5. FIFA is just a huge zone.
Yeah, it's just zone defense.
But once I understood that part, then I was like, okay, now I can understand it.
Once you understand offsides and what like the formations are, it's easy.
Same with hockey. Hockey is a big zone as well.
Yep. Hockey's just a large 2-3 zone for the most part. But no,
but Corday, once he took the YBN off his name, I knew he was trying to rebrand because he used to he was that YBN group. There was a kid, YBN Namir. He's from New Haven.
Oh really?
Oh wow.
Yeah, YBN Namir is from New Haven. He was in the same group as Corday, but Corday, he wanted to separate himself so he can,
couldn't make any money.
But that was more management, his management.
They didn't own it, so he didn't want to have it if they couldn't own it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why he dropped it.
Oh, wow.
Kid's smart, man. Kid's got good people around him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's most important because most people would try to fuck that shit up. He's like, nope, money. And I'm hitching my wagon to Naomi Osaka.
That man is set.
Yes, we come to that time. Before we have fun with our last segment, I'm just gonna remind you guys to hit that like, share, subscribe button, hit that notification. Follow us here on all these platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Twitch, YouTube channel. Hit us up on everything. The Twitter, we're on everything. Find us, holla at us. We love it. But that brings us to, we're going to have some fun to end the show.
I didn't realize my second monitor
was there the whole time. I was like, I guess that's just how Dylan's rocking with it tonight.
His hand goes into the unknown.
Into nothing. It's gonna bring us into our fantasy focus, sponsored by Mike Ortiz Cross County Mortgage. In case you guys didn't know,
Cross Country Mortgage.
What'd I say? Cross
County. You've been saying it wrong every week.
I do. I say
every
Cross County. It's cross country.
It's cross country. It's the R is right there. It's cross country mortgage. Cross country.
Give my guy Mike his flowers, man, because he's not cross county. He's cross country.
I feel like we owe Mike residuals because you just improperly pronounced it every week.
Every week.
Shrinking my guy every week. Shrinking him.
We had our fantasy football league, which I won, and this was also I don't get anything for winning because nobody wanted to put money up.
You didn't ask.
I did ask.
You didn't ask me.
It can't just be the two of us. It can't be just the two of us.
Can't say you asked and I didn't get asked.
But it was a penalty league that everybody agreed on the penalty league. And the person that came in last place, it was a hard fought. Anthony flirted with it for a little while. Dylan flirted with it for like a week or two.
Until I became the hottest team in the galaxy for 5 weeks.
Even though I'm not fortunate.
Anthony, he just keep on.
Anthony just can't let it go.
Just keep on.
Bullshit Anthony fantasy rules. I mocked Dylan clean 2 weeks in a row.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Oh, in the playoffs. Yeah, well, Joe Burrow didn't play, and he would have got me a million.
Dude, I was up by like 80 plus points anyway.
Joe Burrow was going to get me $1 million.
Hey, Anthony. Hey, I'm on your side, Anthony.
I appreciate that.
It's a weird thing.
Regardless, after I won, the team that finished in last place was Josh. Josh is dealing with his precious new beautiful baby girl. So that's why he hasn't been on the show. But that does not mean that he is not here to negotiate his penalty. So we are going to premiere Dylan. I don't know if we have music for this wheel.
I will find music. It's gonna play now.
We are going to spin this wheel. So I don't know if you can just keep it spinning, Dylan. We are going to spin. If you can see, there are things all on this wheel. Whatever
I'll read them out.
I'll
read them out. We got the TikTok dance video.
We'll explain it if it lands on it. We'll just give you the titles right
The Champion's Choice, so Mike's choice. Imaginary Cup. Shot O'Clock. Super Bowl Party. Ice Bucket. 2-minute stand-up. The Gallon Challenge. And the Hot Chip Challenge.
Which is the death one.
Which we have visual proof happening. And boy, is it great. So, let's see what we got. Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Wherever it lands on, Josh will have to do. Oh, yeah. Oh. Ice bucket.
Oh.
Ice. Dylan, explain what our lucky winner has won.
Josh has to send us a video of him with a nice bucket of ice and water dumping on himself for the pod.
Good old ASL challenge.
Good ASL Ice Bucket Challenge. Boy, oh boy, were Mike and I hoping it would have been what I've been trying to bet with people, this Gallon Challenge.
Gallon Challenge. I was also hoping for Shot O'Clock.
Shot O'Clock.
You guys do not want me to be the winner of a Shot O'Clock. Let me just say. Not going to be good.
We put one of James's ideas here in the Imaginary Cup.
Which is actually very funny. Yeah, that cup
gonna
is funny.
sit there and just hold the cup for an hour.
That's torture, man.
The TikTok dance video I thought of one day when I brought Jaden to school. I was sitting there, I was like, oh, what if these guys gotta just do a TikTok dance trend and post it? I immediately thought of like
a renegade.
I immediately thought of Anthony when it happened. Imagine Anthony's large ass self fucking sitting there doing the renegade dance.
Oh,
that would have been so fucking funny.
Oh,
this wheel must be a mainstay.
This wheel will be a mainstay. I mean, we can do whatever kind of bets we want, but that wheel can and will be used to settle debts in this pod going forward. And that wheel is also a living, breathing creature because things can be added and taken away from it at any moment.
Michael, I would like to propose to you a bet.
Ooh.
If the Bengals and the Eagles meet in the Super Bowl, I would like to bet you one wheel spin.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to jinx the Eagles getting there. If we are in this situation.
If we get there, that's what I'm saying. If we get into that situation.
If we get there, I think I will take you up on that bet.
No, I think it's either yes or no.
We got to get there first. Because
we do have to get
both
there,
of our
Dylan.
teams.
We do have to get there. But the nerve of you trying to press somebody to take a bet. What?
You said,
hey, Anthony, I will bet you one wheel spin the Knicks do not become the 4th seed.
Damn, why it's so quiet in here?
One wheel spin. Would you like
to see
the options on the wheel spin?
I actually do like that. You know, I like it so much that I'll let you know next week.
He gonna forget. People, this is what we deal with every day. Every day.
No commitment.
Anthony has commitment issues, but no wonder he loves Marvin's Room.
But
I'm
okay.
just saying you could do better.
We don't have to force a bet now. We've got this wheel forever. It will be nice and fun. That I can spoiler alert right now, Anthony. That wheel is the punishment for the March Madness challenge. I did let you know right now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Don't worry, the current loser can't be here talking shit already.
I'm absolutely gonna win this.
We need to make him eating that hot chip a fucking gift.
God.
We need to have it as a gift that we just throw around to the chat.
Can't wait for the redemption. Can't wait. Patrick Mahomes is getting redemption this weekend. I'm gonna get redemption in March.
Mike, I love the confidence, but I lost all of my Final Four teams in the opening weekend, and I still didn't lose. So, hey, good luck to you, sir, in your terrible March Madness track record.
Listen, I am fine with it because it won't happen again.
Note that on January 25th, in the year of our Lord 2023, Michael Blagman Jr. said it will not happen again. Keep it noted. We will hold this man accountable if it in fact happens again.
I don't know what it is. Why he's so cocky about this March Madness thing.
Last place. Last place.
You need to humble yourself, sir. You need to humble yourself, sir.
I feel like if
and
Mike loses,
already conceding to it, I will win this year. My God, just try to get in second place first. Try to place.
Try to not finish last.
Yeah, try to place. Just place first.
It's all jokes now.
No, not being all honest. Why jump all the way from last that you were in to first again?
Worst to first.
I learned my lesson, and I will use my correct bracket. Had I used,
you still would have lost.
I would have been in first place last year. My other bracket would have been in first place.
So and if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle.
Don't want to hear it.
Mike, you still would have lost to me.
No, my other bracket outscored everybody's bracket.
Didn't he had two? He had two brackets in that.
Had 3 brackets.
Oh, now there's this third bracket. I remember it being.
I can say what you want. I have receipts.
I know. I remember
I
it
feel
being.
like if you come in last place again, you have to do 2 wheel spins.
Like,
being so fucking bad. That's the ultimate punishment.
Absolutely not, because nobody else is going to do 2 spins.
Because absolutely you lost twice. If you come in last place twice, it's now a punishment, a double loser punishment.
I will not be putting double or nothing on you. No.
It's not double or nothing. It's if you fucking lose, you fucking lose twice.
You gotta be held accountable some way with this.
Yeah, if you come last again, Mike, we have to have a serious conversation. There needs to be serious repercussions here. I think if we put this all up to a vote for everybody who's in the chat, we would all come to the conclusion that you would have to spin the wheel twice.
It just has to happen.
But then when I'm not in last place, nothing happens. Oh, good job. Pat on the back. Pat on the back.
That's all I got. That's all I got when I won. It was completely overcasted by your hot chip.
Yeah, with your OJ glove. The thing is, Mike, when you spin twice, I will remove the thing that it landed on, so you can't have the possibility of having multiple of that same thing. If I were to propose a vote, you would be on the losing side of this vote.
Yes, because you are all haters. Because no one else would do this to anybody else in this pod. No one else.
If you finish last place again, you have to be punished.
It's all hate, right?
It's all hate. Are we going to do this to Josh next year? Is Josh on the clock
absolutely.
now?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to be.
Like,
you think we're just hating, right? And not abiding to
accountability.
Like what?
I will hold everybody to that same standard.
This is all a reaction to your actions. Look at how you're acting.
I will hold
I will
every
not
loser
lose.
to
I
the
am not
same
going to
standard.
lose again.
I
I
will
am
be
not going
first.
to lose. I am shooting to win.
I will
Play
hold
to win the
everybody
game.
who loses a contest on here to that same standard. If you lose back-to-back versions of that contest or in another contest, you have to do 2 spins. You have to be held accountable for how bad you are. If you're going to be a fucking loser, you need to be held accountable.
It's not even the losing factor. It's just about how you're going about it. That's what
But
it is.
I am all in favor. Like, Josh, you're on the clock. Like, if next year we're doing Josh is in the fantasy league and he finishes last place again, 2 spins. Absolutely 2 spins. You got to be held accountable for being the worst twice. I think that's fair.
Permanent loser. It's just
Yeah, no, you have to be held accountable for being just bad. You have to. This isn't like the NBA, the NFL draft. The worse you are, the better the thing happens for you. You can't get the number 1 draft pick for being the worst here. No, if you're bad, you are penalized. Take away their draft pick.
And y'all keep on letting Anthony dodge these bullets. Don't be last, Mike, and let Anthony reap the repercussions of being last.
Absolutely. He should have
scathed-
been last, Mike.
Yeah, he literally scathed being last by 20 points.
Be better, Michael. I want Anthony to spin this wheel.
I literally just picked like
That
I
was
don't know what the hell was
shit.
going.
That was Anthony's shit.
Anthony picked teams he couldn't even pronounce. It was better than you.
Mike, Anthony knows nothing about March Madness and college teams. Nothing. He literally did the Enter C on the test on it.
That's literally what I did. I was like, this team looks pretty good over here. Let me put them right there.
Literally did C on the Plantronics test and scored 50%.
There was one
You
time where I
lost
think I was.
that. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, right?
it is the way the cookie crumbles.
Are we going to actually complete a bracket this year outside of basketball? Like our brackets of madness?
Oh, I mean, we still have to finish that.
We still have to finish that. This is a
Yeah,
year.
what the hell happened to the video game one?
We can never get an odd number of people in
Our
here.
cast
We can
members
never get it. Yeah, we can
disappeared.
never get an odd number of people.
Wasn't BD supposed to be the 5th person?
Well, he lives.
Doesn't
in,
BD live in Asia?
Yes, he lives in Asia.
Mhm.
So there's a big
Problem.
time difference. It's a big time
Huge
difference.
time conflict.
AD is set to come back against the Spurs.
Told you. You're done, Dylan.
There you have it.
Unless AD plays
Why don't,
5
you put,
minutes.
why don't you put a spin on it, Dylan? Put a
No.
spin on it then.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. No.
That's already a tall task to ask for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm so confident in LeBron James' ability to score 179 points in 4 games. That's tough. We've already made our spin bet, Michael.
Hopefully, we get a chance to fulfill it.
Hopefully we get a chance to fulfill it. If not, I'm going to be trying to throw spin bets out for everything. Without murdering the wheel, I will have tasteful spin the wheel bets. Anthony, we will have one. Trust me. You
I
will
know
be
that's
doing the
coming.
gallon challenge.
No, that's coming.
Or TikTok dance. God.
You know that requires you to win the bet, right?
I know.
So then what happens
When it
you
comes
don't?
to basketball, you don't make smart bets.
But what happens if you lose the bet?
Then I will perform the duty on the wheel. I will support the integrity of the wheel. That's the most important thing about the wheel. This right here, this wheel, the wheel of integrity. I didn't write it anywhere, but it's the wheel of integrity. This, I'm over here acting like I'm a weatherman. You guys can see me fucking pointing at the fucking green screen where all the fucking rain and shit's coming, touching my monitor. This is the wheel of integrity. Whatever it lands on, you have to fulfill it. Like right now, if you lost this bet, Anthony, you'd be holding the fucking imaginary cup for now.
Oh god.
Integrity. Well, Anthony, take us out.
All right, guys. Another good week. Another great episode. Yes, I totally botched my Super Bowl prediction, but I'm gonna get it right the second time. All right. Got my man Joe Burrow. I believe in the Bengals, and I also believe in the Philly Birds. So we're gonna see that. Next week will be another great week as well. And yeah, we enjoy this. Follow me on everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, all the good stuff. See you guys next week.
One nation.
What nation?
I will use that going forward. What nation?
James, accountability is the lesson.
Yeah, man. You guys went into a long NFL tangent, and I couldn't even get to that point. But hey, man, it is what it is. I know football is the main topic these days, right now. But shout out to the listeners, shout out to the viewers. Stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff coming up for this season. Shout out to the Triple B's chat. Shout out to the Hopeful Knicks chat. Shout out to Roz. Shout out to Josh. Congrats to both of those guys' endeavors. New kid, new things going on for Roz as well. Yeah, man. And shout out to everybody on the pod, man. Shout out to Anthony, Dylan, Mike. Yeah, man. Let's get it.
_ podcast Poppy _ on all social media platforms. Thank you to all the listeners, all the followers, all the people who make this worthwhile. Get these views in here. We're working on it, working on big stuff. So always a good time to be here with the fellas. Always a great time. So thank you all for being here with us, especially because last week was just me and Mike, and we still figured out a way to go 3 hours. Well, we're just supposed to sit there like, man, this could be quick, and here we are 3 hours later. Well, maybe we're the problem.
Wait, it was just you guys last week?
Just me and Mike. Just me and Mike last week. And we went through and we were like, all right, the show must go on.
Damn, I can't even take a day off, Anthony. You're supposed to show up.
We knew Anthony wasn't showing up. There was something about last week at last Thursday?
I ain't gonna fry. I was finishing up God of War Ragnarok. I ain't gonna fry.
Ass clown.
Ridiculous.
But yes, appreciate everybody. Thank you. The Nets won some games without Kevin Durant. I'm happy. The Jets are about to do something stupid. Go Nets.
Yes, unfortunately, we may have to hear more Jet talk soon if they do what Dylan is talking about. But yeah, thanks for everyone watching. Follow me on the socials. I am _MBJ on all the socials. Like I said, follow us on everything. Anywhere you get your podcast, we are there. Shout out to the team. Shout out to Roz and Josh. They said new baby for Josh. Roz is in the process of getting his new life together. He is a country boy now. And I think I'm not sure he's going to be going on vacation soon too. So I don't know. Hopefully he'll be back next week or before next week or before the Superb Owl show. But yeah, thanks to everybody watching. Shout out to OTTR team. We'll be back season premiere this week, previewing the Royal Rumble. R.I.P. Jay Briscoe. Big Dylan.
Oh yeah, big R.I.P. Jay Briscoe. That's my guy.
But yeah, followers. We'll be back next week. back and better than ever. And with that, I would say
Next one.
Next win.
Next team. Oh, Dylan, our next, we will see you soon.
We will.
See you soon.
We will.
Anthony, don't watch.
Look at